And very good late afternoon to you. Welcome to Raimondi Park, the site for this fifth game of 6 between the visiting Glacier Range Riders and your hometown Oakland Ballers. I'm Tyler Peterson alongside Nevada Cullen. The Ballers at 19-9 are in a tie for first place atop the Pioneer League standings. It is a tentative first place position as there are two teams right behind Oakland, just a half game tied for third, and then another team just a game behind them in fifth. So it's very crowded at the top. They have to keep winning. Today, we will see the Oakland debut of Noah Milliken, who pitched against the Raptors last Sunday and did pretty well. So we'll see him. The kid from Berkeley, went to Berkeley High, and just recently graduated from Penn University. The Ballers in their home whites getting announced out to the field as we speak. And I believe that the Range Riders are also going to stick with their road grays for today. Nevada Cullen, we have seen 4 games so far. The Ballers have won 3 out of those first 4. And they've all kind of gone the same way. A quick start from Glacier, and then Oakland having to fight back in the later innings.
Yep, that's exactly how it's happened, and wouldn't be surprised if it was the same today.
All right, before we get things started, we're going to pause for the singing of the national anthem. The performance of the Star Spangled Banner will be sung today by Aiko Hayes. Let's send it down to the field.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And that's how we get things started on this Saturday late afternoon on Ricky Henderson Day, a celebration of the life of the man of steel, S-T-A-L. S-T-E-A-L.
There it
that
is.
would be. Ah, man. The lineup for the Ogden Raptors now. The lineup for the Glacier Range Riders today. Here's Nevada Cullen.
Led by Todd Pratt in their first year, 11-17 this season, the Range Riders. If Ricky Henderson is the man of steel, then their leadoff man, TJ Clarkson, the right fielder, is the man of stall. Clarkson, not your prototypical leadoff hitter, but has been hitting bombs all over the place. 3 homers in this series, 2-homer game yesterday. Logan Beard is the second baseman, batting second. Xavier Casarella, the DH, bats third. Kingston Liniak, the center fielder, cleans up. Gabe Howell, shortstop, bats fifth. Jack Lynch, the first baseman, a 3-run homer yesterday, bats sixth. Efren Manzo slots back in, the third baseman, hitting seventh. Kenny Lavari, left fielder, hits eighth. And Angel Mendoza is behind the plate, catching and batting ninth. The pitcher is Jared Engman for the Glacier Range Riders. He is making his 2025 debut, opposed by the man making his second career professional start, Noah Milliken.
He's an East Bay boy. He's a son of Berkeley. Noah Milliken 6'5", 220 right-hander out of Berkeley, California, Berkeley High School, a Penn Quaker, and let's see whether or not we got the Glacier Range Riders quaking in their boots.
I don't think he owned at any point any one of those oatmeal lots in Milford, Connecticut.
4 innings for Milliken on his debut last Sunday. It was a win for Oakland, but not for Milliken. 4 innings of shutout baseball. He allowed 3 hits, hit a batter, walked 2, and struck out 3.
Defense behind Milliken for the Oakland Ballers. Outfield from left to right, Druick, Buggs, and Helmick. Infield from first to third, Almanza, Harris. Leahy gets the start at short. Buford is at third. Lozano does the catching for the righty Milliken.
There's the throw down by Tyler Lozano, and that will bring TJ Clarkson to the plates. The real question I have is there any way to keep TJ Clarkson off of base to start this game? Once again, I am asking, is there any way to keep TJ Clarkson off of base to begin a game? The left-handed hitter is up to 300, 6 home runs and 18 RBI. The first pitch is a fastball, a touch high at 4:36 p.m. A 71-degree first pitch from Oakland, a beautiful day, a big crowd on hand. Milliken to the plate, and that's fouled out of play. It's 1-1. He pitches from the stretch, Milliken does. 0-3 at Penn this year, 12 games and 10 starts, a 5.31 ERA. The 1-1 pitch is a sinker just off the plates for a called ball 2. Alan Walker behind home, Ricardo Rodriguez at first, and Joe Shields at third. Your umpiring crew for today. Milliken waits. Now he looks up. The 2-1 pitch is a swing and a high chopper towards second. Harris comes around it. His throw on the run is to first. It's in time. And Clarkson finally is kept off base to open up a ball game.
Milliken does the impossible, and he does it with the pitch, honestly, right over the middle of the plate. I think it might have just been the off speed, the changeup from Milliken, and Clarkson was early.
A sinker ball changeup type of guy. He wants to pound you down low and get you to roll over on a few. Here's Beard. First pitch to Beard is a ball in the dirt. It's 1-0. He has climbed his way up to a .321 batting average. 5 home runs, 24 driven in. That is tied for most on this team with Kingston Liniak. Next pitch at the bottom of the zone. This one a strike at 90. 91 and 90, the last 2 sinkers from Milliken. 1-1 to Beard. That is on the inside corner for strike 2. Off-speed pitch, 1-2. Bases are empty, no score in the top of the first, just underway from Raimondi Park. Ballers looking for a series victory with a win today. Lozano will set up low. The pitch on its way is a slider on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. That was, I call it a slider. I do believe that was the nice curveball from Milliken there.
I mean, when I saw Milliken make his debut in Ogden, he walked 2 in the first inning. He didn't give up any runs. Part of that was because Tyler Lozano threw a runner out. This is a much different start for Milliken.
2 outs for Casarilla. First pitch to Casarilla is a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Okay, well, we said, can you get Clarkson out? Can you keep the Range Riders off the board in the first? They've scored in every first inning in this series so far. The 0-1, Casarilla swings and fouls it back late on the 91-mile-an-hour sinker. It's 0-2.
And the last 2 days, 4 runs and then 2 runs. So 6 runs over the past 2 days in the first inning for the Range Riders.
Milliken gets the sign from Lozano. Milliken's been with the team for just about a week. The pitch on its way is a swing and a foul at the plate. A lunge at that ball by Casarella and just got a piece of the curveball, which was dipping below the zone.
Interesting because it wasn't really that far outside, and he still kind of lunged at it. So he definitely was not expecting breaking ball on that pitch.
You can go out a little farther on 0-2 even. Milliken is set. The 0-2 pitch is a fastball swung on, fouled back, and that time Casarella was ready, and he challenged him at 91.
A little too much of the zone, honestly, for Milliken in this first inning. It hasn't bitten him, of course, but you'd like to see him actually waste a pitch.
Set is Milliken. Another 0-2 on its way to Casarella. Here's the pitch. It's swung on. It's lightly laced to the first baseman, Almanza, who makes the catch on the fly. It's a 1-2-3 first inning, and on that last sinker, he broke the bat of Casarella. We head to the bottom of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base for Glacier. No score on our ball game on 860 AM, The Answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on 860 AM, The Answer. The lineup for Oakland, it's a little bit different. Here it comes from Nevada Cullen.
It is set by Aaron Miles in his second year. 19-9 are the Ballers this season. Isai Santos, the DH, leads it off. Daryl Buggs, the second, is the center fielder, batting second. Hitting third, Davis Druick. He has been on a tear against Glacier this season. Had a homer yesterday in the first inning, hoping to do so again today. He's in left field, hitting third. Danny Harris, the second baseman, cleans up. He had a grand slam yesterday. Christian Almanza, first baseman, bats fifth. Cam Buford, third baseman, hits sixth. Lou Helmick, the right fielder, in the seventh slot. Tyler Lozano catches and bats eighth, and Nick Leahy, the shortstop, bats ninth.
For his Glacier debut in 2025, Jared Angman, a member of a now long forgotten secret society called the Pac-12. He was a Washington Husky for 3 years, and last year with Glacier in 7 starts, a 4.45 ERA, a 1-2 record. He had a bit of an arm injury in camp. He is healthy now. He starts today, and his first pitch to Santos is a fastball called for strike one right on the inside corner at 91 miles an hour. Santos moved up to the leadoff spot today. As you heard from Nevada, no Tremaine Cobb today. You will, however, see him in the home run derby tonight. Cobb sends a ball out to left. This has legs. It's deep. And Isai Santos has hit it out. We got a Berkeley boy on the mound going 1, 2, 3, and a Berkeley boy hitting his first home run at home. Isai Santos goes the other way. It's a leadoff home run, and it's 1-0 Oakland. A Berkeley boy on the mic as well, I'll say that.
You feel represented there with that shot from Isai Santos. I was there for his first pro homer. That came in a big inning at Ogden, a 15-run inning to be exact. He had 5 RBI in that inning. Both now backside bombs for Isai.
First pitch to Daryl Buggs is swung on, grounded towards second. Beard will scoop it up. His throw into first is in time. There's one away.
This doesn't even feel like a game that fits in like the realm of this series. This is like, I don't know, watching like the last 2 Harry Potter movies, and it's like, whoa, this is a bit more mature and doesn't really fit with the rest of the franchise. Well, the Ballers put up a 0 in the first inning and score first. I don't know what's going on.
I'll have to make a note that we've talked about in 3 consecutive games, Legos, Gilmore Girls, and Harry Potter now. Yeah. Here's Davis Druick, the left fielder. First pitch is a fastball high. Well, it's a rude welcome to Jared Angman, who had to wait some 29 games for his first appearance. Druick, the left-handed hitter, leads the team in hitting. He 1-0. He waits, and it drops into the top of the zone. It's strike 2.
Angman, last start of the regular season was an 8-0 loss at Ogden September 5th last year.
1-1 on its way. Druick swings and hits that out of play. Druick at 363, 9 home runs. That 9th home run came yesterday, and 31 driven in.
Yeah, Druick has been this team's best hitter, leads in all slash categories.
Druick will step out. Now he's ready to go. Straight up on the infield. And the pitch on its way to Druick. He takes a fastball outside. A flinch from Alan Walker there. He did not ring up
Ooh.
Davis Druick, but he thought about it.
That was pretty close to that corner right there.
I'll read between the lines. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. Went back to that spot. That was in the zone and blew Druick away with the fastball. There's 2 away here in the first.
Good bounce back so far from Engman after the home run. Gets a ground out. Weekly hit to second. Then a strikeout of Druick, who has been hard to get out in this series. And now brings up a man on a 10-game hit streak in Danny Harris.
Third on the team with hits with 36th. Only Cobb and Druick have more than Daniel Harris the fourth. 330, 4 home runs, 24 driven in. And the first pitch is lined to right field. That's a base hit. Over is Clarkson. He'll cut it off in the alley. And Harris has a 2-out single.
That was a Tremaine Cobb-like approach right there. He
Was.
loves swinging first pitch, and Harris hit that one 106 off the bat. One thing I've noticed recently for Danny Harris, the exit velo has really jumped.
He's getting the bat head out in front earlier. He's making stronger contact.
Helps when the ball is 91-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. Could
Now-
not be more central.
Now Almanza. First pitch to Almanza is a fastball right down the middle for strike 1. Okay, is there a second rally in the first for Oakland today? The home run by Santos to lead off this game, then Bugs and Druick with back-to-back outs. Now Harris at first with a single. Pitch to Almanza, he swings and fouls one at the plate. It's 0-2. 1-0 Oakland here in the bottom of the first. Almanza standing back in. He's the one that leads the team with RBI. He has 33. Had a big 2-run single only yesterday. The 0-2, Almanza swings and fouls it away. No stride that time from the big left-hander.
That was in that 5-run 5th inning yesterday, and without that inning, Tyler, it would have been a much closer game because Glacier really rallied late.
We are the first game to start in the Pioneer League today. So everyone else will get an eye on this game before the rest begin play. The 0-2, there goes Harris. It swung on and missed, and Almanza strikes out. 2 strikeouts for Engman in the inning, but the Ballers take the lead on a solo home run by Isai Santos. It's a run on 2 hits, no errors, a man left on base, and we head to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Oakland on 860 AM, The Answer. Top of the second inning, it's 1-0 Ballers. Kingston Liniak, Gabe Howell, and Jack Lynch. 4, 5, and 6 to face Noah Milliken. Ballers at 19-9. They are tied for first with the Missoula Paddleheads as we open up play today. The 29th game of the first half, and there's only 48 games. So after today, 19 more to decide a first half winner. And this year, the top 2 teams in the first half will secure home field advantage for the playoff series in the division.
This is Lavari.
This is Lavari. Excuse me, so my scorebook was correct. I wrote down Lavari by accident, but this is Kenny Lavari. All right. Lavari swings and fouls it back. So Lavari is hitting. We had Liniak in this spot.
And so did Glacier's broadcasters, I think, too.
All right, so I don't feel so bad. If Scott didn't have it, Scott knows everything over there.
I could tell you probably what happened.
Pitch Lavari is outside. On deck is Howell.
I'm pretty sure this
2-1 to Kenny Lavari. Swing and fouled away.
I'm pretty sure this is because Glacier thought the ballers were throwing Luke short, and instead they went with Milliken, a righty.
That is actually a pretty good theory, I must say.
And then as for the ballers, apparently Isai Santos is in the outfield, and I didn't notice.
I didn't see that either. The 2-2 on its way. Milliken to the plate, and it is swung on, hit right back up the middle. It's a base hit for Lavari. So next up will be Howell, which is who I have on my lineup card. Where is Santos playing?
The outfield.
Where?
Right field instead of
Helmick?
Yeah, that's Isai out there.
Okay, so switch right field and DH then. Some late changes that we weren't privy to. All right, here's Howell. First pitch to Howell is taken for a strike. It's 1-0 Oakland. Your defense is Druick, Bugs, and Santos in the outfield. Runner at first is Lavari, who opened the inning off with a single. Now Howell, the shortstop, who swings and pops this up on the infield. Milliken wants it. Almanza calls him off. He makes the catch. 1 out. That'll bring up Jack Lynch. Or, wait a minute.
Yes, this is Lynch.
This is Lynch. That was Liniak.
Yes.
All right.
So Gabe Howell on deck. So Manzo will probably be hitting 8th if he's in the game.
All right. Well, we'll do it batter by batter. How about that? Here's Jack Lynch. First pitch to Lynch is swung on a miss. The changeup. It's a pitch they've been pretty good at this week, getting Lynch to swing and miss at throughout this baller's pitching staff. Runner at first, 1 away. It's an 0-1 to Lynch, the left-handed hitting third baseman. Pitch is high. Ballers lead 1-0. And now Milliken kicks and fires. The 1-1 is swung on a miss. There's that changeup again. Chasing is Jack Lynch. One and two the count. Milliken looks down at the glove, now looks up at the batter. 3 seconds left on the clock. He fires to the plate, and it's swung on and missed. Another changeup. It's the second strikeout for Milliken today, and there's 2 away. All right, so I do have the lineup for you now. It's Clarkson, Beard, Casarilla, Lavari, Liniak, Lynch, Howell, Manzo, Mendoza. So Manzo is batting 8th in this lineup today. Here is Howell. The first pitch to Howell is outside. And I think you're right, Nevada. I think with the change from short to Milliken today, a lineup which might have otherwise been written out the night before has now been changed. 1-0 to Howell, and it's a high chopper toward third. It's going to be past the glove of Buford. It's into left field, and now the throw with Milliken covering goes to third. It's a 2-out single. And there's 2 men on for Efren Manzo. So I think we've sorted that all out. Now you have to go to work on that scorebook of yours, unfortunately.
I'm getting there.
Manzo is a third baseman from Santa Clara, originally from Chandler, Arizona, a teammate of Michael O'Hara. Quite a few ballers know him. High and away for ball 1. Almanza would have played him at St. Mary's. There's a new baller as well from St. Mary's, Ryan Pierce. Oh, and a balk. Milliken is issued a balk. So both runners advance, and that is a big mistake right now. And now it's second and third with 2 outs. A 1-0. Milliken throws, and Manzo takes a strike. The newest baller today is Ryan Pierce, the slugging third baseman from St. Mary's, who batted with Almanza in the middle of the order for St. Mary's last year. Alec Rodriguez was waived today by Oakland. Pitch is down low for a breaking ball. It's ball 2. And it's something we hate to see with a guy like Roddy who can throw 95 and have a good slider, just did not put it all together in the time he had. 2-1, broken bat toward Buford at third. He picks it up. His throw across the diamond is in time. And Milliken escapes the 2-out jam. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. We head to the second, or the bottom of the second. 1-0 Oakland on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the second inning. Ballers leading 1-0. Leaky pipes, clogged drains, step up to the plate and call the pros at Mr. Reuter Plumbing. We're the home team when it comes to reliable service, family owned, locally trusted, and proudly serving the greater Bay Area. We have honest, dependable service. Mr. Reuter Plumbing is always ready. Don't let plumbing problems throw you a curveball. Mr. Reuter Plumbing is here when you need us. Buford to lead it off, 6, 7, and 8 for Oakland, followed by Helmick, who we now understand is the DH, and Lozano, the catcher. Now, I said it's been Berkeley boys so far with Santos and Milliken. Both went to Berkeley High, and actually Santos played with Milliken's brother, if I understand correctly.
Yes.
First pitch to Buford is a called strike at the bottom of the zone. You got a chance to talk to Noah Milliken a little bit.
Yeah, Caleb Milliken, Noah's older brother, played actually with Cam Buford at the plate.
Cam takes down in the dirt, and it rolls slowly toward the backstop. And if anyone remembered that you could run to first on a ball like that, that might have been the ball to run on. It's 1-1. I think Buford's strap is unhooked on his arm guard there. Next pitch is down low. Either that or, no, it is unhooked, yep. 2-1 to Buford. 317 for Cam on the year. 104 at bats for him thus far. 3 home runs, 18 driven in. We will see him in the home run derby after tonight's game, the second home run derby of the year in the Pioneer League. A high strike makes it 2-2. Fastball right at the top of the zone. Angman is set. The high kick, the 2-2 pitch is swung on. It's popped up on the infield. Beard backing up. Beard going to his left. He reaches up and he puts it away for out number 1.
So Buford pops out, and that brings up Helmick, who originally was the right fielder, and instead he's the starting DH today. Helmick gets a day off from the field.
Lou's had a nice series. 316 is his batting average, a home run and 17 RBI. He has doubled 7 times as well. First pitch to Helmick is swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1.
It's only third on the team because Almanza's got 8, and Druick actually is tied for second in the league with 12 doubles now.
Would that be a vibe or a paddlehead?
Multiple players.
Okay.
Probably both.
The 0-1 on its way, and that is taken at the bottom of the zone for strike 2.
Can tell you there's a paddlehead on top. That's Colin Gordon, who has the most doubles with 13.
A 3-year Pioneer League player, Colin Gordon. At least. It's 0-2 to Helmick. He swings and fouls it back.
4. 2022, Grand Junction. 2023, Grand Junction and Glacier. And then Missoula the last 2 years.
Didn't have enough games to qualify for a full year in that 2022 season. Otherwise, he would be ineligible. The 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. A changeup on the inside. It's a third strikeout for Engman. That'll bring up Tilo. Lozano at 304. A home run and 5 RBI. 17 hits and 56 at-bats. The catchers have split almost exactly equal time. First pitch to Tilo. He swings, breaks a bat. This is out towards second base. Beard picks it up and throws to first. And a huge barrel lands at third. The ball lands at second. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Engman. We head to the third. 1-0 Oakland on 860 AM, The Answer.
We are in Oakland, California. It is a 1-0 Ballers lead in the top of the third, and let's leave Oakland and head a little bit further east, but not far on the wide world of baseball. We're going to Gilbert, Arizona today, which is the hometown of Glacier's TJ Clarkson, their leadoff man who's been so good this series, due up second this inning. He's from Gilbert, which is a suburb of Phoenix in Maricopa County, Arizona, located a half-hour southeast of Phoenix. Population of 275,400 as of 2023, fifth most populous municipality in Arizona. Have you been to Gilbert?
I have been to Gilbert at least once. Phoenix metro area is one of the biggest metro areas in the entire country. And there's a lot of towns around like Gilbert. First pitch is down low to Mendoza. Want to know, Surprise, a couple of these places you hear about during spring training maybe.
No one actually plays in Gilbert.
Interesting. 1-0 on its way. Mendoza takes a fastball right down the middle. It's strike 1. Angel Mendoza has started 4 out of the 5 games in this series, batting .278, 3 home runs, 12 RBI. The 1-1 breaking ball just off the plate.
Gilbert is described as having a subtropical hot desert climate. Would you agree with that?
I think everything in Arizona is subtropical hot desert. 2-1. There's a sinker on the inside for a strike, 2-2. I tell a lie, actually. The northern part of Arizona is extremely mountainous and constantly snows, which I didn't realize. Constantly is a stretch.
What city would I know in
Flagstaff.
Flagstaff, there you go. Thank you.
I mean, it gets up there in elevation quickly. The 2-2 breaking ball is in the dirt. So Mendoza in a 3-2 count.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything unique to Gilbert in its compared to the rest
How
of
dare you.
Phoenix in terms of its geography. But it was once the hay shipping capital of the world.
3-2 on its way to Mendoza. He swings and misses. And that right there, friends, is a sinker riding in to a right-handed hitter, and it's Milliken's third strikeout of the game.
It's got good bite to it, that sinker. A lot of run in on the righties.
Here is T.J. Clarkson. So that's one time through the order for Milliken. He's allowed 2 hits. The powerful Clarkson with 1 out. Bases empty here in the top of inning 3. It's 1-0 Oakland. First pitch, swung on, hit down the line, but foul. Milliken does something interesting when he comes set. He comes set at the belt, stares down at his glove, waits, and then looks to his left as if he's just noticed you in the left-handed box, and then comes and throws. Oh, there he is. The 0-1 on its way. Change up a touch low and inside.
So Clarkson at the plate, the Gilbert native, large Latter-day Saints population there. In 1912, many Mormons who fled the Mormon colonies in Mexico settled in Gilbert.
The 1-1. Breaking ball, a good one. Not called a strike, and Tilo's had enough of this. He wants to challenge.
First challenge of the game for either team.
So 1 for Oakland, and it's a 1-2 count. Milliken comes set. He's ready. The 1-2 pitch is high and away. Sinker, 2-2.
There are quite a few notable people from Clarkson's hometown of Gilbert. One, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Former
Fitzmagic.
NFL. Yeah, played for Highland High School.
2-2 on its way. Clarkson fouls it away. One of the craziest throws I've ever seen against my Raiders.
Yep, my Dolphins.
He got face masked by someone, probably Clayton Farrell or some other schmuck we had on the defensive line, but still fired one down to maybe Mike Gesicki or someone just way down the line.
Sounds about right.
Couldn't even see. His helmet was turned completely sideways. The 2-2 is outside, not by a ton. Clarkson lays off. It's 3-2.
Also, you know the Cavender twins, they're basketball stars, influencers. They graduated from Gilbert High School, grew up in Gilbert.
The payoff pitch from Milliken on its way, and it's a breaking ball a little bit high. And Clarkson lays off. It's a walk.
Yep, not going to keep him off the bags for long. Clarkson will get his walks. And as we wrap up the wide world of baseball, the last notable person from Clarkson's hometown, Mina Kimes. ESPN TV personality, journalist. I listen to her NFL podcast actually quite a bit. She lived in Gilbert during her teenage years and attended Mesquite High School. And that was the wide world of baseball.
Here's Logan Beard. Struck out looking in his first at bat. First pitch is swung on and fouled off the glove of Tilo. It's 1-0. That was a sinker riding into Beard. And so far right now, and listen, Milliken, when you talk about hit batsmen, he hit 17 this year.
That does not shock me.
Does that not shock you? The 0-1 on its way is a ground ball down third, but foul. Again, staying in on a right-handed hitter with a sinker, you are going to hit your fair share of batters, my friend. He hit 17 batters in 61 innings, but you can live with that as a sinker baller because you're trying to live in that zone. The 0-2. Breaking ball, again, just barely fouled at the plate. It'll stay 0-2 to Beard.
That could be a tough combo. Sinker with that curveball or slider.
Zig one way, zag the other.
Right.
Another 0-2. Milliken throws, and the breaking ball almost front doors Beard. It's a nice pitch on 0-2. It is a few inches inside, though, and it's 1-2. 1-0 Oakland in the third. A man away, a man at first. The 1-2 pitch, fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Beard took it looking again. And that's 4 strikeouts for Milliken. And according to TrackMan, there was not one piece of that ball that was out of the zone that time. That was just a pure strike.
No, not really sure what Beard's looking at. He's got to protect there and put some sort of swing on it.
Unless that thing is just backdooring him like nobody's business. The first pitch to Casarella is a fastball for strike one. Took it right down the middle. If that thing is really darting back toward the corner of the zone that much.
Which it is. It acts almost as just a fast screwball.
The 0-1 pitch Casarella takes down and away. Milliken a little mad at himself that time. He held on to the ball a little long. It's 1-1. Casarella lined out softly to the first baseman Almanza to end the first inning. 1-1 pitch, fastball at the bottom of the zone. It's strike two. Now, Clarkson, not only has he not even looked like he is going, but I don't know that Milliken has paid attention to him whatsoever at first, which is not how you normally treat a leadoff man. 1-2 on its way. Milliken kicks and fires, and the breaking ball is hit foul. Now, that one caught a little bit much of the plate there, but Casarella was off balance.
I was like that pitch to Beard that he tried to front door him on. Just caught a bit too much of the plate.
Which is not a bad pitch,
No.
but on 1-2, you can bury that. Milliken set. The 1-2 is a fastball. Strike three called on the outside, and he backdoored him again on the sinker. It's 5 strikeouts for Milliken through 3 innings. We head to the bottom of the third. 1-0 Oakland on 860 AM. The answer. Welcome back to Ballers Baseball here on 860 AM The Answer. I'm Tyler Peterson alongside Nevada Cullen. It's the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-0 Oakland. And Isai Santos leadoff home run, the only damage in our ball game thus far. Ballers probably need some insurance.
They could sure use some. How about from Heffernan Insurance Brokers, which has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal, home, and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at HEFFINS.com. That's HEFINS.com.
The first true day off for Trey Cobb comes today. Nick Leahy, 9th place batter, is the shortstop. And he'll get his first at-bat of Saturday night. Engman throws his first pitch, and Leahy takes it down and out. Leahy at .250 through his first 9 professional games, a home run and 5 RBI. He homered on Tuesday night off of Ty Bothwell. The 1-0 fastball just off the plate, 2-0. Ballers had a lot of California kids last year. They have even more this year. I believe we're at 14 now with the introduction of Pierce today, which is slightly by design and just slightly coincidental. But California, Texas, and Florida, I think you're going to see a lot of those states when you look through baseball rosters. It's 3-0 to Leahy. It's 3-1 to Leahy as he takes a strike. Last year, the Ballers had at least 5 Texas guys, only 2 this year. The 3-1 is right back up the middle, over the rubber, over the bag, into center field. Nick Leahy, a solid single to begin this bottom of the third.
High heat, but Leahy was ready, got the barrel to the fastball at the top of the zone, hit at 103 off the bat. Nice fast hands by Leahy to attack that 3-1 heater.
Now Isai Santos. Santos homered to left field in at-bat number 1. Engman's first pitch to Santos is swung on and missed, chased a high fastball. It's 0-1. Leahy has not attempted a steal. He's not had a ton of opportunities. This is only his 8th hit as a baller. Decent lead at first. Pitch to Santos. He swings and misses again. That one was below the zone that time. It's 0-2.
Breaking ball there from Engman, and a good one. He really has settled in since the Santos leadoff homer in the first.
I don't think I've ever seen Santos swing at 2 balls to begin an at-bat. But again, not a guy who's afraid to hit with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Santos, a ground ball towards second. Beard will have one play. It's going to be to first, and that'll get Leahy to second base on the 4-3 groundouts. One away here in the third.
Santos is typically a player, it feels like, that limits the strikeouts and gets down to 2 strikes there, then shortens up with 2 strikes and rolls one over to the right side to advance Leahy. So that's a productive out for Santos.
Here's Darrell Buggs. Darrell Buggs, the second. He grounded to second in his first at bat. Now he swings and misses, pulls off an off-speed pass pitch there. It's 0-1. 6 feet tall, 179 from Atlanta, Georgia. A first-year professional baseball player. The 0-1 is swung and missed. Again, he pulled off the breaking ball. Or I should say that time it's just a little bit over the top. Not a full pull out. It's nonetheless 0-2. Leahy at second, 1 away in the bottom of the third. 1-0 Oakland. Ballers with the leadoff man on. Pitch to Buggs, swing and a miss. 82, 82, and 81, 3 swings and misses from Buggs. And that's the 4th strikeout for Engman on the day.
Same breaking ball, 3 straight pitches, and perfectly executed by Engman to strike out Buggs. That's now 4 Ks for Engman in his 2025 debut.
And that's not trying to get too cute from Angel Mendoza's perspective. There's a pitch that the man at the plate isn't tracking. You go to that pitch. Here's Druick. First pitch almost hits Druick. It's off the glove of Mendoza. It's a wild pitch, and that'll get Leahy to third. Well, now Engman's got to be careful because we have seen no fewer than 2 runs scored this series on wild pitches. 1 won a ball game.
Game 1 on Tuesday, Cam Cowan blows the save. Wild pitch scores Trey Cobb. Ballers win game 1 of the series, a game that Glacier should have won.
That was the first fastball after 4 straight breaking balls as well. The 1-0 to Druick. Swing, line drive, right field, down for a base hit in front of Clarkson. And the Ballers have a 2-0 lead.
That ball was hit pretty sharply. Druick takes the breaking ball right over the middle, a mistake, and lines it in right field, 104 off the bat. And the question is, does Leahy score?
I just was about to say that.
If not for the wild pitch.
It comes into play. We know Clarkson's got the good arm. We didn't have to even consider the thought, though, after the wild pitch. Here's Danny Harris, who lined sharply to right field in his first at-bat. First pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at the top of the zone, 92. A little extra oomph from Engman there. I don't think we've seen 92 from him today yet. It was a slider that Harris hit out of the park for a grand slam yesterday. Now a line drive to right field. That's a base hit. Another inside-out swing by Harris. Takes 92 the other way. 106 off the bat. He has 2 hits today, and it's a 2-out rally for Oakland.
And both have been 106 off the lumber. I mean, Danny Harris really just does a good job of taking that fastball over the middle and shooting it to right field. And he is starting to hit the ball with some real authority this season.
Glendon Rush, the pitching coach, with a jog out to the mound. Try to settle things down for Engman, who is making his 2025 debut.
It's pretty good so far for a guy that hasn't pitched yet this year.
There will be some moving around in that bullpen. Someone's picking up a plyo ball. It looks like maybe Eldridge Armstrong III, a 22-year-old from Pasadena. Almanza stands in. It's 2-0 Ballers. 2 men on at first and second with 2 outs. Engman struck out Almanza on a breaking ball in his first at bat. Here he takes a fastball high at 91. It's 1-0. Engman set at the belt. Defense playing behind the runners on the infield. The 1-0 pitch. Almanza swings and misses. Fastball low.
No crooked numbers yet today for the Ballers. In their lone loss this series, they were held to 1 run in the 3rd and 1 in the 6th. So let's see if Almanza can put up a crooked number here in the 3rd.
A look at second, and now the pitch to the plate. Almanza takes low.
Yesterday, the name of the game was crooked numbers. 4 in the 3rd, 5 in the 5th, and a 10-6 Oakland win in Game 4.
Both of those buoyed by a pair of Glacier errors in each inning.
And one of them helped by Almanza, who had a 2-run single in the 5th inning yesterday.
The 2-1 to Almanza. He swings and chops over it foul toward James Harris at first, who makes the play. Just rolled over on that one. That was a fastball that probably should have done better with. That was more or less right out over the middle of the plate. It's a 2-2 count. Engman comes set. And the pitch on its way. Almanza takes outside. We will go full, and that means both runners will be off. I kind of feel a little inside move coming from Engman just to make sure that Druick and Harris don't just take off at first move from the righty. Maybe not. The 3-2, Almanza swings, lines it into the glove of the first baseman. That's Lynch, who puts it away, and the inning is over. It's a run on 3 hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. A Davis Druick RBI single makes it a 2-0 game as we head to the top of the 4th on 860 AM The Answer. Your line score through 3 innings, it's no runs on 2 hits and no errors for the Glacier Range Riders. For the Oakland Ballers, it's 2 runs on 5 hits and no errors. I'm Tyler Peterson. I will go away and head back to not being on the microphone. And Nevada Cullen will come on out and come down. And the analogy I had in my head, I refrained from saying because it started to not make sense.
Okay.
Just take over for me. Gosh,
Sounds good.
Darn it.
It's okay, Tyler. I haven't come up with any good ones for you lately either, so I'll try to get cooking on one by the end of the game. They're showing a Ricky Henderson video on the video board. It is Ricky Henderson Day here at Raimondi Park. The players are ready for action here in the top of the 4th with the Ballers up 2-0. That video does not need to be cut yet, but does need to be cut in very shortly. All right, there we go, just in time. The video ends. Good job by our crew to make sure. All right. Top of the 4th inning, Oakland leads Glacier 2-0. Homer in the first by Santos for the Ballers, and an RBI single last inning by Druick. Lavari at the plate singled his first at bat against the righty Milliken, and the lefty fouls it back, 0-1. Lavari had his best game of the series last night. went 2 for 4 with a run scored. Prior to that, he had just 1 hit and 6 strikeouts in 8 at-bats. 0-1, outside, a ball and a strike. Milliken through 3 innings, 2 hits allowed, 0 runs, 5 strikeouts. That is easily a professional best, 5. 1-1, bottom of the zone, strike 2. Milliken's professional best in his pro debut was 3 strikeouts before this, so he's trying to double it here with a K of the beer batter, Lavari. It's hit on back-to-back nights for these Ballers fans. 1-2 pitch is tapped foul.
Lavari went down to chase that one as well.
To the changeup, that was a good strikeout pitch. Good fight, though, by Lavari. He said before yesterday's game that he wanted to be the beer batter, he told Glacier's broadcast team. Well, here he is. 1-2 from Milliken. Is laced into left center field. Bugs tries to chase it down. It bounces off the wall. He quickly gets to it, throws it towards third, and Lavari, the beer batter, with a double.
He's gone the other way both times as well. Just took that pitch with him. It was not a good pitch. Top of the zone, belt high fastball, and that is what you usually do with those.
So the beer batter was down to 2 strikes, but Milliken throws one a bit too far over the plate. Now it's Kingston Liniak's turn. Liniak, right-handed hitter, popped out to Almanza at first last time. First extra base hit of the day for Glacier. First is fouled straight back by Liniak. 1-0. 2-0 lead for the Ballers in the top of the 4th inning. It's Liniak at the bat with Lavari at second. And Glacier trying to get on the board here in the 4th inning. Liniak takes low. 1-1. The Milkman, they call him. Noah Milliken. He had that nickname prior to coming to Oakland. 1-1. Taken low for ball 2. And Noah told me that that nickname has now stuck because the Ballers gave it to him themselves. Little did they know that was already his nickname. 2-1 pitch. Liniak takes just low, 3-1.
Some nicknames are just meant to be.
Yeah, Milliken, Milkman, makes sense. And the Milkman has delivered so far today, but a leadoff double here in the 4th, and Liniak is in a 3-1 count. And swings and bounces one to short. This will not move the runner. The throw from Leahy is in time. 1 away.
I think Leahy knew exactly what he was doing there because he waited for not just the big hop, but the second big hop that he got. And he's got a good arm. Like I said yesterday, it's not a third baseman's arm. It's not necessarily a shortstop's arm, but it is a good arm. And he knows exactly how much he can give.
Yes, well said. He knew exactly what he needed to get on that throw to get the out at first. Liniak retired. Now it's Jack Lynch. A strikeout in the 2nd inning, his first time today.
Changeup, maybe?
Let's see. No. He goes low with the sinker. 1-0.
It's an unproductive out from Liniak as well.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, he hit it in front just barely of the runner, Lavari, who could have made it to third on that play. Swing and a miss over the top of, guess what, Tyler?
Was that the changeup?
The changeup.
All right.
1-1. Honestly, if Lavari goes as soon as that ball is hit, he makes it to third, and I don't think Leahy gets him because Leahy waited back for that ball. Either way, he's stuck at second base with 1 out. 1-1 count. Pitch from Milliken is taken for strike 2.
I think Lynch is looking for the changeup now because
Yep.
that was a ball on the inner half. A sinker breaking down into his bat path as a lefty that he could have gone after.
He did not. Instead, it's 1-2. Milliken attempting to strike him out for a second time. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Milliken looks towards home, fires, misses low in the dirt, 2-2 with the changeup. Lynch this series 3 for 14 with 4 RBI, 3 coming yesterday with his 3-run homer off Iglite in the 6th inning. ever so slightly over open stance. Leaning back in that stance is the lefty Lynch. Now he shifts his weight forward, waiting for the 2-2. Milliken comes home and misses high and away, 3-2. Well, he had 3-1 on Liniak, so hitters count, and Liniak still made an unproductive out. So Milliken has to take some confidence from that as he faces Lynch with a 3-2 count. Lavari, the runner at second with 1 out. 2-0 Oakland leads. Top of the 4th inning. Pitch. Pop-up foul behind home.
Well, Lynch knows he has to protect. That was a fastball that was above the zone, which is an area you can live in here. You want to be able to, at least if the guy takes it, have a chance for it to get called strike 3. It's got to be close enough that Lynch is going to think about it.
See if he goes back to the sinker here. Line drive, center field, base hit. This should score a run. Bugs gets to it quickly, though, and fires towards home plate. Overshoots the cutoff man, and the run scores. Throw down to second, offline, off the glove of Leahy, who knocks it down and holds Lynch there at second with an RBI single. Glacier's on the board. It's 2-1 Oakland in the top of the 4th with 1 out.
Yeah, Bugs just missed his cutoff man there. You got to at least hit Almanza, who's standing at the pitcher's mound, and then let Almanza decide whether or not that ball goes through or not. But once you overthrow him, that allows the extra 90 feet to Lynch, and this is how things snowball, is getting those extra 90 feet, where now, potentially if a ground ball would have turned 2, you don't get out of the inning.
So Lynch with the RBI knock to get Glacier on the board. Here's Gabe Howell, right-handed hitter, takes top of the zone for strike 1. That pitch, by the way, to Lynch was the sinker and left up by Milliken. On 3-2, Lynch found a pitch he could drive and got home Glacier's first run of the day. Next pitch is outside and low, 1-1 on the curveball.
It also gives Milliken an ERA who had not given up a run in his first 7 1/3.
He went 4 scoreless in his first professional start. That was against Ogden on Sunday. Next toss is fouled off by Howell, right side out of play.
I was going to say earlier I didn't notice Milliken looking at Clarkson. Well, Milliken has not shot a look back to Lynch, who just took a huge secondary on that last pitch.
Certainly something to monitor. Howell with the single in the second, just his 3rd hit against Oakland this year. He's 3 for 27. Even stance righty, gold bat, red handle. Jumping at second, Lynch. Pitch is taken low, 2-2. Glacier's been patient with Milliken. They're pushing his pitch count. I don't expect Milliken to pitch past the 5th today. He could complete 5, though, for the first time as a pro, as long as he's able to get his outs here to end the 4th. 1 out runner at second, 2-1 Oakland leads, top of the 4th inning. Lynch at second, Harris covering late. Pitch is a half swing. Did he go? Appeal, no, says Ricardo Rodriguez. That was awfully close from Howell. It's 3-2.
That's one that I think if Rodriguez is standing at first, you ring him up. I don't believe that you can ring someone up from second base. You're in no position to make that call.
Agreed. That one had to be Alan Walker. Payoff. Lace to center field. Bugs in the gap in right center. Makes the catch while jumping for out number 2. Lynch tags to third. Leahy slips on the grass. Hopefully he's okay. The ball is dropped. Harris picks up bare hand, throws home. The tag is late, and Glacier ties it on a comedy of errors from the ballers with 2 outs.
I don't know what the heck happened there.
Well, we're going to have to figure out how to rule that. It's not a sac fly as Howell lines out to center field. Lynch advances to third on the play, and that's where Lynch should have stayed, but he does score on an error by Oakland. I think it would have to be on probably Harris, who dropped the baseball, but we'll see. Manzo pops one up, foul territory, first base side. Almanza wants it and is out of room. 0-1. Manzo 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Game is now tied at 2 in the top of the 4th inning. Glacier knots the contest at a pair apiece. Oh, 2 toss. is dribbled slowly. Milliken comes off the mound, bare hands, throws to first in time as Almanza drags across the bag to catch it and stays on for the 1-3 put away. Nice pitch and a nice play by Milliken as he fields his position well to end the top of the 4th inning. But Glacier ties it. That's 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, none left. We go to the bottom of the 4th. All square at 2 here on 860 AM The Answer. Bottom of the 4th inning. It's a 2-2 score here in the bottom of the 4th, and there's a new pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders. It is Eldridge Armstrong III who enters. Armstrong on Wednesday against Oakland, 2 innings of 1-hit baseball, no runs allowed, no walks, and a strikeout. 6.48 ERA for the righty, 22 years old from Pasadena, California. 1-1 record, his 9th appearance. 16 2/3 innings, 18 hits, 7 walks, and 16 strikeouts for the righty. Armstrong, after Jared Engman goes just 3 in his 2025 debut.
All right, so this is one of the toughest plays to score. Before I get to Engman's line, I want to talk about the play that just happened. The ball was hit out to Darryl Buggs. The throw was not a bad throw. Leahy slips, and then the ball bounced a few times. Harris scooped at it. It kicked away from his glove when he scooped at it, and at that point, Lynch came home. So the error is going to be issued to Harris.
Sorry, Danny. I had no one else to give it to. Pitch outside to Buford, 1-0.
But Engman, not bad for a debut. 43 pitches, 5 hits, 2 runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks.
1-0 toss is just off the plate, 2-0 on Buford. Honestly, I don't think the Ballers are too sad to see him go from this game. He was really good with those 4 strikeouts. 2-0 toss. Buford swings and roasts one on a line left field. It hangs up for Lavari, who catches it, 1 out. Buford hit that one maybe off the end of the bat, but still, if he barreled it up, that would have been a home run to left field. It's a good swing. Brings up Lou Helmick. So 1 out in the inning for Helmick. Swing and a miss, nothing in 1. Ballers and Range Riders tied at 2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. I think, Tyler, finally we might have a extremely normal game of baseball in our hands.
Oh, my gosh. Why would you say that?
Helmick hits it back, nothing in 2. I mean, I'm talking like
a 4-3 final.
If it stays 2-2 the rest of the way until the 9th.
I know this much. We'll see not a knockout round, but a home run derby after the game.
That's true. Unless it stays tied. 0-2. Helmick is taking ball 1 low, 1-2. Now, the knockout round does replace the home run derby if needed. So just keep that in mind. But Ballers are 1-0 in the home run derby. Glacier the same. 1-2. Helmick hits it to right field sharply, but right to Clarkson. 2 down. Man, Ballers are hitting it well off of Armstrong so far, but they've lined out to the outfield twice. Brings up Tilo. 2 out, space is empty, bottom 4. 2-2 Ballers and Range Riders. Tyler Lozano batting against Armstrong. Hey, this day in Oakland baseball history, Tyler. 25 years ago, the A's beat the O's 10-3. Swing and a miss from Lozano, 0-1. Eric Chavez, the first Oakland player to hit for the cycle at home since the team moved to Oakland in 1968. 0-1. Lozano takes a strike, 0-2. He was the 13th A's player to hit for the cycle. 3 of his hits against Mike Bucina, and then his 7th inning homer off Jose Mercedes completed the cycle. He was 22 at the time, Chavez, the 7th youngest major leaguer to achieve the feat. 0-2 toss is served up the middle on a line. Lozano tosses the bat aside with a 2-out knock. Line drive off the bat at just 91, but more impressively, he hit a 91-mile-an-hour fastball at his eyeballs into center field.
That was just a I'm going to get there before you kind of swing. He was ready for that pitch.
Yep. Did not miss the high heater despite it being a chase pitch. Brings up Nick Leahy.
If you're Armstrong, you're thinking, well, geez, where do I have to throw it?
Right. The ballers have hit 3 line drives in this inning off of him. 2 have been outs, but a promising sign for Oakland. First to Leahy, bends in for a strike, 0-1. The ballers are certainly sitting fastball. They're taking that breaking pitch all the way and just waiting for a fastball to drive against Armstrong. Leahy singled his first time up. That was against Engman. Takes another breaking ball, the slider on the outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 game, bottom of the 4th inning. Ballers and Range Riders. Game 5 of the series. Ballers lead the series 3-1. Lozano takes his lead at first with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. And the 0-2 pitch from Armstrong to Leahy. It swung on and missed. Went back to back to back with the slider right there and gets his first strikeout, stranding Lozano after his 2-out single. We go to the 5th. It's 2 apiece between the Range Riders and the Ballers on 860 AM The Answer. District Council 16, Painters and Allied Trades represent the best in the business. Painters, drywall finishers, glazers, and floor coverers, proudly serving Northern California and Nevada. They stand for top-tier training, great wages, strong benefits, and dignity on the job. Join the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades today. District Council 16, building the future one skilled trade at a time. That's the first time we've ever said that card 100% correct. Either one of us. I'm Devada Cohen alongside Tyler Peterson on 860 AM The Answer.
He's not lying.
And it is 2-2 here in the top of the 5th. Angel Mendoza to lead off the inning against Noah Milliken. Tyler, take it away.
Oh, it is the top of the 5th already. How about that?
Ah.
I see. I was only starting to think. I thought it was the bottom of the 4th still.
Oh, whoops. All right. Well, I'll give you a little more time.
All right.
We can always stretch it bottom 5.
All right.
First from Milliken to Mendoza is take it for a strike, 0-1. The Range Riders able to tie it in the top of the 4th thanks to an RBI double, RBI single by Lynch after a leadoff double by Lavari, and then an error. Ball low from Milliken there, 1-1. And that error came on a funky play, a line drive by Howell out to Bugston center. Throw came in, Leahy slipped trying to get it. Harris fumbled the baseball and a run scored. Ground ball towards short, backhand Leahy. His throw is perfect. 1 down.
Now that's a shortstop's arm there. That was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, real, easy juice on it from Leahy.
Unfortunately, I was going to say, I don't think anything's going to top the play Howell made it short yesterday.
No, 2 awesome plays yesterday by Glacier. One was Liniak in center, but the best was Howell making a spinning throw out in short center. One out for the leadoff man Clarkson, 0 for 1 today with a walk. He's on a 6-game hit streak, and I'm sure he'll get a hit at some point in this game with how he's been hitting against Oakland this series. Takes a ball just off the plate, 1-0. He's 8 for 17 in the series, TJ Clarkson. 5 RBI, 5 extra base hits, 2 doubles, 3 homers. 2 homers yesterday. And Clarkson launches to left field. Forget about it. Right on cue, Glacier leads. It is a TJ Clarkson home run. The sky is blue. The grass is green. And TJ Clarkson goes yard for a 7th time, a team-leading 7th homer, and that is his 4th homer in the past 3 games. My goodness, TJ Clarkson, 101 off the bat, 387 feet to left center. That was a middle changeup.
It's one of the most nonchalant bombs I've seen in a while. Neither us nor Glacier sort of really batted an eye at it, and the crowd just didn't say much either.
Ballers will have to battle back again. Beard takes outside. No, you're right. It's a pretty quiet crowd right now. The Ballers' bats have been relatively kept quiet today, except for that homer in the first. That was the big blow. 1-0 is low to Beard, 2-0. Still, Milliken, 3 runs allowed, 2 earned at this point. If he can complete this 5th inning, you're talking about a guy who's deserving of a win. Pitch low, 3-0. But, of course, the Ballers trail 3-2 after that Clarkson go-ahead shot with 1 out here in the 5th. An oppo bomb for the lefty. Beard, in a 3-0 count, has struck out looking twice today. Trying to make his looking pay off as he takes a strike 3-1. So Clarkson now on a 7-game hit streak with 4 homers, 6 extra base hits, and 6 RBI this series. Goodness. 3-1 in there. Strike 2 outside corner. I don't know if Beard's ever going to swing the bat today. I say that, and he'll definitely swing on 3-2 here. But he has struck out looking twice. 3-2. He does swing and bounces it behind second. Leahy almost snags it. It's off of his glove, and he's looking at second base. Beard, he'll stop it first with a single that sneaks through the infield. So Beard with his first hit of the ball game. Brings up Xavier Casarella. Glacier trying to add on now here in the 5th inning, leading 3-2 with 1 out.
Adam Bogosian is up for Oakland in their bullpen.
Yep. Nice. Bogo went earlier this series. He went on Thursday, so he would be pitching on just a day of rest. Went an inning and 2/3 then. And, guess that's it for Noah Milliken. Aaron Miles out, points to the pen, and he will not finish the 5th after giving up back-to-back hits here in the top of the 5th inning. Still a very good outing from Noah Milliken. We'll tell you more about it and the new arm when you return. It's 3-2 Glacier over Oakland in the top of the 5th inning with 1 out and a runner at first base on 860 AM The Answer. It's the top of the 5th inning. There is 1 out. Logan Beard is the batter. The new pitcher for Oakland is Adam Bogosian as Michael O'Hara runs out to the mound to give him his rosin bag. Bogosian, Thursday against Glacier, an inning and 2/3. 1 hit, no runs, and 2 strikeouts. 22 years old from Brooklyn, New York. Bogosian, 1-0 record, 5.28 ERA this year. 8th appearance 15 and a third innings, 21 hits, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts.
4 and a third innings for Milliken today. 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. A nice debut in Oakland for him. The man at first, Beard, belongs on his line, which is why you can't finish him off yet. And Casarilla comes to the plate.
It's been a weird game, I guess, to some extent so far. It's weirdly quiet, I guess, here at Raimondi with a huge crowd on hand.
It is weirdly quiet right now. It's very odd.
I think they're waiting for it to get a little later in the night. It's still 5:50 p.m. Pacific time, pack time here from Raimondi Park, and they know there's more baseball. There's more good stuff to happen in this game, more exciting things, and so I think that's what they're saving their voice for. Xavier Casarella bats, golden bat with a red handle against the righty Bogosian. The runner at first is Beard. A home run this inning for Clarkson has given Glacier the lead. First to Casarella is high and away for ball 1. It's a 3-2 Glacier advantage against Oakland in the top of the 5th inning. Casarella today, a strikeout and a line out. Casarella pops it foul, 1-1. Behind home, out of play. Both outs recorded against Casarella from Milliken were on that same sinker, 19 inches of horizontal break. First it was a jam shot line drive to first, then a looking strikeout. 1-1 toss is bounced to short, flip to second for 1, throw to first in time. Bogo, the twin killing machine, turns a double play for the second game in a row against Glacier. That's 3 days and 2 twin killings induced by Bogo, and he needs just 3 pitches to get through the 5th. This time, 2 days ago, he needed just 2 pitches to get through the rest of the 7th. 3-2 Glacier over Oakland. We head to the home 5th on 860 AM The Answer. Three ballers trail for the first time today. Bottom of the 5th inning. It's 3-2 Glacier over Oakland. Nevada Cohen alongside Tyler Peterson. Thanks for tuning in to Ballers Baseball on 860 AM The Answer. Vince is back in our 860 AM The Answer studios. Thank you for joining us on YouTube as well. Tyler, question on the answer. You still got nothing for me?
No, I got something for you.
There
it's
we go.
something we can't participate in, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Do you have a favorite Ricky moment? Today is Ricky Henderson Day up here, celebrating life for Ricky Henderson. For all you fans out there, let us know in our YouTube comments if you have a favorite Ricky moment.
First pitch to Isai Santos, the lefty, takes a ball just off the plate, 1-0. Still Armstrong on the hill. He gave up a hit and some hard contact in the 4th, but no runs in relief of Jared Engman, the starter. Santos bounces a high chopper to first. One big jump off the ground for Lynch, and he makes the play, 3 unassisted, 1 down.
Not only did Ricky Henderson play in the Pioneer League, but he also played in independent baseball as well.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know either of those things. Hit me with it. Who did he play for? Where?
He was in Ogden
Okay.
A.
First pitch to Darryl Buggs. The second is just low, 1-0.
And he was called up to the A's from Ogden.
Nice.
Back when, or excuse me, I take it back. I got 2 different things going on.
1-0. Swung on and missed.
That was when Ogden was a member of the PCL. So that is
Okay.
not the Pioneer League. I do, however, know that there was a time in which he was with the Medicine Hat team. Medicine Hat A's or Blue Jays.
1-1. Bugs takes a slider off the plate, 2-1. Challenged by Armstrong. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off. Spoiler alert, it never does for the pitcher. It's confirmed the ball. He challenged an outside slider, and he was wrong. It's 2-1 on Bugs. Glacier is now down to 2 challenges.
Ricky, at the age of 45, played for the Newark Bears in the Atlantic League in 2003 and 2004.
2-1 to Bugsy is outside for ball 3, but called an offer from Ricardo Rodriguez. Yikes, the crowd will not like that one. 2-2. Any other teams that you want to shout that Ricky played for?
The San Diego Surf Dogs in 2005 at the age of 46.
Just off the plate, 3-2. Wow, that was actually probably should have been called a strike. 3-2 on Bugsy. Payoff coming with 1 out, bases empty. Pitch. Outside with the slider, so Armstrong incorrect with the challenge. Shouldn't have used his challenge then. Should have used it on that 2-strike pitch. Bugs walks, and a runner on for Oakland with 1 out here in the home 5th. Davis Druick next. Now, how about our first pitch today? Mike Norris threw it out.
Yes, Mike Norris throwing to Bip Roberts. How about that for a first pitch today?
Yeah, that's sick. One out. Druick at the plate. Swings and ropes one into right field. That's a base hit. Bugs going first to third. Clarkson's throw is cut off, and Bugs is there standing. Davis Druick with a 2-hit game, his 12th of the season, his 3rd straight, and runners at the corners for the Ballers here in the home 5th with just 1 out.
And there was zero hesitation from Bugsy there, too. And he just put his head down and ran. It wasn't like he tried to gauge whether or not that was hard hit and Clarkson was coming up firing. He put his head down and ran, and he was safe by a mile. He is so quick.
Middle fastball there, and Druick just pounced on it. First pitch single in a right. Brings up Danny Harris, the king of clutch. Grand slam yesterday. And he takes low. It's 1-0.
It's a nice pitch and a better take for a guy who swung first pitch in his last at-bat.
Harris has hit 2 singles today, both at 106 miles an hour off the bat. Here he hits with the Ballers trailing by a run, and he swings and misses badly at a slider.
And he got a piece of Mendoza, too, when he swung through. And he got a piece, I think, of the back of the glove on the big backswing from Harris there.
Thankfully, he didn't foul a ball back into Mendoza. That's what happened yesterday. Mendoza was down for several minutes. First and third for Oakland, bottom of the 5th inning. Glacier just took its first lead in the top of the 5th. And the Ballers are attempting to take that lead right back with Danny Harris at the dish in the bottom of the 5th inning. With Bugs at third and Druick at first and just 1 out. 1-1 the count. Armstrong working for his 2nd inning. His pitch to Harris is outside the slider, 2-1. Now Glacier does have some people up in the bullpen. Is anyone ready to go? I'm not entirely sure.
There's no catchers right now. There's some pitchers.
Yeah. Signs point to no for Glacier. 2-1 count. Harris swings and misses at the slider. 2-2. Big pitch coming here for Armstrong, the right-hander, who threw an inning and 2/3 just on Wednesday. No, he threw 2 innings and just 1 hit, no runs allowed. Harris today, 2 singles. Righty-righty battle. The toss, swung on and missed. Slider, got him. That's been Armstrong's best pitch today. And Harris is down on strikes. 2nd strikeout for Armstrong. 2 down in the inning. Men at the corners. And it's up to Christian Almanza, the team leader in RBI, to tie this game with a base hit. They could pitch around him. Cam Buford would come up with the bases loaded if Almanza walks. Let's see how Armstrong attacks the lefty. Almanza lashes it foul off to the left, out of play. That'll feed the roof.
3,250 fans at today's ball game.
not far away from a sellout crowd today. They've been quiet, though. Almanza can wake them up here. He takes just in for ball one. Where did that miss? It was inside on Almanza. Lefty stands back in. 0 for 2 today. Lined out last time. Bugs at third. Druick at first. 2 outs in the inning. 3-2 ballers trail home fifth. Pitch. Almanza swings. Crushes it. Center field. Liniak back. He can only watch it fly over the batter's eye. Almanza unloads for a 3-run tank to center. A go-ahead blast here in the fifth. Ballers 5. Glacier 3. Oakland leads from a 3-run Christian Almanza big fly.
I did not see that coming. Wow, 417 feet. Wow.
That was a tank. That's a strike on the outside corner to Cam Buford, 0-1. 5-3 lead for the Ballers here in the fifth. Pitch outside. That's away from the catcher Mendoza, 1-1. Almanza, second on the team with 8 homers after that bomb. Goodness gracious. That was the most majestic thing we've ever seen here at Raimondi Park.
It might be the longest home run by a baller here.
1-1, called a strike. Outside corner, nice change up there, 1-2. Next to Buford. Swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. But Oakland leads Christian Almanza, who was 0 for 2 prior. It's a 3-run moonshot over the center field wall and batter's eye here at Raimondi Park to put Oakland in front by 2. It's 5-3 Ballers after 5 here on 860 AM The Answer. Start of the 6th. The Ballers lead the Range Riders 5-3. Ballers lead because of a Christian Almanza 3-run moonshot to center. Hopefully a sign of things to come for the Ballers in the home run derby later today.
Yes, it's supposed to be Cam Buford and Trey Cobb facing off against Xavier Casarella and Efren Manzo. That'll be the home run derby, which will follow this game.
Goodness. Good luck following that blast. Nobody in the derby is going to hit one just like Almanza hit that. No one's going to be hitting to center field, that's for sure. First pitch, Lavari tries to bunt for a hit, drops it down, picked up by Buford. Throw to first is not in time. It's an infield hit. Everybody boo this man. The beer batter, Lavari, bunts for a hit, and he's 3 for 3. To be fair, you take what the defense gives you, and that's what Lavari did there.
It's the second time now Lavari has done that.
That ties the season high. 3 hits for Lavari. And look, when you are the beer batter, it can't hurt to just bunt for a hit, or at least try to, and Lavari did there with good speed. He reaches first. Buford throw late and slightly offline. So now no one out. And here in the top of the 6th inning, Kingston Liniak bats. Bogo's first pitch to him is high and away, 1-0. 5-3 Oakland leads in the top of the 6th inning. And Liniak is 0 for 2 today. 1-0 count. Bogo from the stretch, the righty, delivers. And that's a hard shot foul past the third base coach and field manager, Todd Pratt. I think Tyler and I are still dumbfounded by that Christian Almanza 417-foot 3-run bomb.
As unexpected as Clarkson's home run was, that one was in that same vein, but sort of the opposite emotion.
Bogo misses just high there with a breaking ball, 2-1. It's true, because Clarkson, you saw it coming to some extent. You couldn't believe that it happened so easily. And this one Almanza had to fight for. You got to hit it really far to get it over the batter's eye in center. And that's exactly what Almanza did. Off the end of the bat, that foul ball back to the screen, 2-2. 2-2 on Liniak. Runner at first is Lavari. Bogosian got a double play to end the 5th. He wouldn't mind a strikeout here or another double play ball here by Liniak. He did ground to short last time. 2-2 toss is just low. Did he go? Ricardo Rodriguez says no. And the crowd does not appreciate the fact that Rodriguez did give the appeal in Glacier's favor when Oakland was batting and not when when Glacier's at the plate. Payoff pitch is next in this righty-righty battle, and it's gone. Left field, deep, Druick jumps, and he nearly brought it back. It's a 2-run blast to tie this game for Kingston Liniak to left field. That's his 6th of the year, and we're tied at 5.
And we got a real ball game today then.
It looked like a homer off the bat, but it was only 88 miles an hour off the bat. And so even though it's off the end of the bat, it still goes out to left field there. So Lavari scores. The bunt single ends up really mattering. And Liniak now is in sole possession of second all time with 34 homers in his Glacier career. First to Lynch is fouled off to the left. 0-1. Also, he's one shy, Liniak, of the all-time record, which is 35 career homers for Glacier. Pitch outside. 1-1.
A little bit of a launching pad today. Sorry, Nevada.
Yeah, no. Each team with 2 home runs. Ballers have 4 of their runs from homers. Glacier 3. 1-1, swing and a miss. So Bogo ahead of Lynch here. Bogo's got to fight back now. Man, a perfect 5th for Bogosian to just throw a few pitches and get that double play to get out of the inning without any more pitches thrown. But Lynch grounds it foul of first. It's still 1-2. But here in the 6th inning, Glacier greets him with a bunt single and a Kingston Liniak 2-run homer to left. One-two count. Lefty Lynch. RBI single last time. Pitch from Bogosian. Outside, 2-2. Lynch had a homer yesterday, a 3-run bomb. 2-2 count. Bogosian set at the chest. Kicks and delivers. Line drive over the glove of Almanza at first and into right field. Santos going to chase it down, picks it up barehanded. Lynch will stop at second with a double. That's 3 straight hits against Bogosian here in the 6th. And there is still no one out. That is not a great 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball over the heart of the dish from Bogosian. And now Aaron Miles will come out. That'll be all she wrote for Bogosian, who gives up 3 hits to start this 6th inning. We'll tell you about the new arm when we return. 5-5, Glacier and Oakland. Here from Raimondi here in the top of the 6th with still no one out and Lynch at second base. 8:06 a.m. The Answer. You're listening to Ballers Baseball. Chewy's in. The top of the 6th inning is here, and the Ballers and Range Riders are tied at 5. Runner on second with no one out against Richardson. Wednesday against Glacier, an inning and 2/3, 3 hits, 3 runs, none earned though. Chewy, 25-year-old from Grand Forks, North Dakota, right-hander, 6'4", 2.04 ERA, 2-0 record, 13 appearances, 17 2/3, 17 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, and 16 Ks. And he's hoping to strand Lynch at second. Chewy enters for Adam Bogosian, who had double play ball to end the 5th inning, but could not record it out here in the 6th.
Yeah, it started with a bunt single by Lavari, but then the home run by Liniak right down the line and just out of the leaping grab of Davis Druick. So 2/3, 3 hits, so far 2 runs, both earned, no walks, no strikeouts.
Yeah, Druick really almost had it. I called it a home run off the bat. It was a lot closer. It was hit off the end of the bat a bit more than I thought. And so Druick almost robbed him of a homer, which would have been a very important play in this game. And instead, another important play, a 2-run homer by Liniak. Then Lynch doubles to knock out Bogosian. And here's Chewy against a righty in Howell. First pitch is a strike, inside corner, 0-1. Interesting to see Almanza playing close just in case Howell decided to bunt there. We've already seen a bunt hit in this inning. The go-ahead run for Glacier at second in Lynch. Howell today is 1 for 2. Hit the ball well twice, and he hits the ball well a 3rd time. Hit into left field, picked up by Druick. It's a hit for Howell to put runners at the corners with no one out here in the top of the 6th for Glacier. That was a fastball down the middle from Chewy, who was not his best last time out Wednesday against Glacier. And Range Riders attempting to hit him well again. Next he faces is Efren Manzo, a right-handed batter, after the single into left by Howell. First pitch to Efren Manzo is tapped slowly to short. This will get the go-ahead run home. The throw is to second, and it is just in time. And Leahy nearly threw it into the outfield. Harris made a good play to hang on there. Howell is retired on the fielder's choice. It goes 6-4. But Glacier takes the lead, 6-5, a familiar score line here in Oakland in the top of the 6th inning, and 1 out.
Well, the Oakland Ballers would allow the run to score on the double play. They don't love that it's just a fielder's choice, but they'll certainly take the first out.
So Manzo on, Howell retired, Manzo with the RBI. And here's Mendoza. First to him is swung on and missed. Heavy hack, he dropped to a knee. 6-5 lead for Glacier. That's the score that Oakland won by the first 2 games of this series. Oakland leads the series 3-1, but Glacier leads Game 5 6-5. 0-1 toss from Richardson. Mendoza fouls it off of Lozano, but he's okay. 0-2. Mendoza is 0 for 2 in this game. It's been a back-and-forth contest. It's been a good baseball game. Range Riders have scored all 6 runs over the last 3 innings.
You can close the book on Bogosian. It's 3 runs all earned.
Good call, Tyler. Way ahead of Mendoza is Richardson, and Mendoza pops it up behind first. Almanza is there, and he puts it away just on the outskirts of the infield, just on the outfield grass, 2 away. Turns the lineup over to TJ Clarkson. Last time up, a homer to left field. TJ Clarkson, the lefty from Gilbert, Arizona, has hit 4 homers in this series. They've come the last 3 days. Now, I don't expect to see him in the home run derby, but I wouldn't be shocked either. It was Casarella and Manzo for the first one for Glacier this season. First to TJ is called a ball just off the plate, 1-0. Runner on first is Manzo. 6-5, Glacier leads with a 3 spot in the top of the 6th inning. Throw to first is not in time. Just realized what I said earlier, Tyler. Oh, this is a really normal game of baseball. We all know what was about to happen when I said something stupid like that. 1-0, Richie set at the chest. His pitch, outside, 2-0. I got to be the only one who calls him Richie. He listed that as his nickname last year along with Chewy.
Yeah, you drop a Richie here and there. Chewy's just so much more ubiquitous.
Right. Clarkson 1 for 2 today. Swings in, makes it 2 for 3 with a line drive into left field. That was a 2-0 pitch on the outside corner, perfectly thrown by Connor Richardson, and still Clarkson has another 2-hit game. That's his 4th multi-hit game of the series, 11th of the season. You just can't keep him off the bags at this point. He is on a tear.
He's made 9 outs in the series. I feel like he's made no outs in the series.
I think 2 things could happen, which would be hilarious. Glacier could lose this series, and Clarkson would still be Pioneer League Hitter of the Week as Beard swings and misses, nothing in 1. I mean, at this point, how do you not say Clarkson's the Hitter of the Week? His line at this point is 10 for 20 with 6 extra base hits, 4 RBI, and 6 RBI, 4 home runs. Pop-up foul, nothing in 2. I mean,
That's usually when you see that Pioneer League Hitter of the Week line, it looks like what Clarkson's doing right now.
he's got to really he's got to go over 4 with 4 strikeouts tomorrow to not get the award.
And he's doing it against the best pitching staff in the whole league.
Yeah. That's got to be a huge boost for Glacier's offense, which could use a huge boost after losing J.D. McLaughlin, who was hitting leadoff for them earlier this season, but then was ruled ineligible by the league. Tyler and I talked about it. Their record without him, as soon as McLaughlin left, they're 4-11 without their former leadoff man. 0-2 pitch fouled over the press box. We'll do the 0-2 again. Batting average drops 5 points for Glacier without McLaughlin. They were 7-6 as a team with him. But Clarkson has filled his shoes nicely from that leadoff spot. You would just like to have both of them at the top of the lineup at this point if you're Glacier. 0-2 from Chewy to Beard. It's bounced towards third. Buford boots it, and it's picked up by Leahy. That's an error from Buford, who was just turning around things defensively at third base and makes an error with 2 outs in this inning. If there's any more runs for Glacier this frame, it will be unearned. And the bases are loaded for Xavier Casarella. That is an error that could very well bite Oakland, as Casarella is due and is one of this team's best hitters. 9th batter of the inning, 6-5, Glacier leads in the top of the 6th. 2 down bases juiced, pitch, bends in, just high and in, ball 1. I mean, this is a spot for Glacier. This has to be the spot for Glacier. They've played too many close games. The Range Riders must feel like they need to get more out of this inning after that error loads them up against Connor Richardson. 1-0 toss. Casarella flies it right field. Santos drifts in. The right fielder makes the squeeze for out number 3. Glacier leaves him loaded, but gets 3 runs in the 6th. Kingston Liniak ties the game. Manzo brings home the go-ahead run. It's 6-5 Glacier heading to the home 6th. Oakland looking to respond on 8:60 a.m. The Answer.
Luke Cooper is the new pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Glacier with 6 runs over the past 3 innings to take a 6-5 lead over Oakland here from Raimondi Park in West Oakland. So Cooper will face the bottom of the lineup. He's making his 2nd appearance of the series when a hitless inning on Wednesday and struck out 1. 24-year-old from Gainesville, Georgia, is making his 14th appearance of the year. 3.18 ERA, 2-0 record, 17 innings pitched, 10 hits. He does have a save, 10 walks, 22 strikeouts. And Cooper will face one lefty, Aaron Helmick, and then a couple of righties in Lozano and Leahy. First pitch to Helmick is a strike, 0-1. Cooper replaces Armstrong. Helmick hits one foul, 0-2. Armstrong went 2, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk and 3 strikeouts. 0-2, way ahead of Helmick is Cooper, and Helmick strikes out. So that's 23 strikeouts now for Luke Cooper this season, who is striking out just shy of 12 per 9 innings. Brings up Tyler Lozano after the strikeout. Tilo batting with the bases empty and 1 out, trailing Oakland does 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th here. First to Tilo, swung on and missed. It is 0-1. Tilo today is 1 for 2. And he rips one down the line, fair! Into left field. Lavari chases it down. Lozano jogs into second with a 1-out double. He's got a 2-hit game, his 5th of the year. That is just extra base hit number 4. And only his 3rd hit of the series. 2 have come in this ballgame. Right there, Tilo got a middle in breaking ball from Cooper. He did not go far in enough. He left it over the plate for Lozano to hammer at 96. Down the third baseline and into left. Joe Shields emphatically pointing fair. Tying around at second, and Nick Leahy shoots one foul off to the right. 0-1. That ball actually came back into the field of play after hitting the pole. Leahy trying to tie this game at 6. It is 6-5. Oakland trails Glacier, bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch. Leahy takes in a ball and a strike. It was Danny Harris who was the hero against Luke Cooper with a game-tying triple against him in the series in Kalispell. Leahy takes low, 2-1. That was back on June 4th, the first time Cooper faced Oakland. Gave up that triple in the 8th inning. Since then, Cooper has not allowed a run against Oakland. 2-1 toss. Leahy swings and laces it towards short. It takes a high hop for Howell, who collects and throws to first in time for out number 2. That's a tough play to make for Howell on a ball that probably had some weird spin and took an awkward hop on him. But the shortstop makes the play. 6-3 goes the out. Brings up Isai Santos, leadoff man spot, but Trey Cobb will pinch hit. So it's a half day off for Trey. Cobb will likely just be the DH. I don't see him taking the field today. Cobb, who is scheduled to hit in the home run derby after this game, will get a swing off or 2 in this game. Santos a homer earlier in this game, but was 0 for 2 since, and now against a lefty, Miles goes to a righty in Cobb. And Cobb takes a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Cobb on a 3-game hit streak, but just 3 for 18 in the series. He's taken a couple 1 for 5s the last 2 days. 0-1, runner at second with 2 outs in the frame, 6-5 Ballers trail. And Cobb takes low, 1-1. First base is open, and Darryl Buggs is hitless today on deck. So there's no reason for Cooper to groove one to Cobb here. See if this leadoff spot can do more damage for the Ballers. Cobb swings and pops it up right field. Falling fast, Clarkson dives and makes a run-saving catch. Clarkson robs Trey Cobb of a pinch hit RBI single to end the 6th inning. Spectacular grab by Clarkson to rob Cobb. We go to the 7th. Glacier leads Oakland by 1. It's 6-5 Range Riders on 860 AM The Answer. Some defensive switches for the Ballers into the game. For in right field is Lou Helmick. He was the DH. Trey Cobb is now at shortstop. And now Nick Leahy then technically becomes the designated hitter.
No. The Ballers have no DH.
Well, that's how I'm
The Ballers lost the DH. Lou Helmick's in right field now. That's what's happened. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't know how to put that in Presto. So.
I'll show you how. You take off. That's Cobb's spot. Cobb is no, that's not.
Cobb hit for Santos.
That means that Richardson is now batting in Leahy's spot. The first pitch is down low. Why don't you call the game? I'll work on this.
Okay. So first pitch was a ball from Richardson to Lavari. 1-0 is tap foul. Lavari is 3 for 3 today.
I really have no idea what's going on.
One-on-one count on Lavari, the lefty. Bunt single last time, also a single and a double today. 1-1. Lace to second, high hop, and Harris dropped the baseball. Throws to first, is late. That's a straight error from Danny Harris. That's unfortunately his second of the game. First one wasn't really his fault. This game is really not going in the Ballers' direction at this point. They've made 3 errors. They trail 6-5 here in the top of the 7th inning. Kingston Liniak, a 2-run homer last time up. Now faces Chewy here in the 7th. First pitch to him is a called ball. That'll be challenged.
All right, I think we got this straight now.
Nicely done. It is a strike, so Oakland is 2 for 2 on challenges. And Liniak rather, is now at an 0-1 count. One is low. Ball and a strike. 6-5 Glacier over Oakland here in the top of the 7th inning. Liniak is 1 for 3 today with his 2-run homer that came just last frame. 1-1 toss is called a strike. High outside corner. Challenged, though, by Liniak. Yeah, that looked like a ball to me. And it will be confirmed, overturned to a ball, so it's 2-1. So it's the first time Glacier has correctly challenged in this game. They did not correctly challenge last game. They were 0 for 2. 2-1 pitch to Liniak is taken for a strike. No doubt about that one, 2-2. Bent and a breaking ball did Chewy there. Runner on first with none out. 6-5 lead for Glacier here in the top of the 7th. Righty-righty battle here, Richardson and Liniak. Chewy comes home. And that ball is blasted past Buford into left field. It is a base hit. Stopping at second is Lavari. And now with that error, there's a runner in scoring position for Glacier with still no one out in the top of the 7th inning. Jack Lynch is next. And we will take a look around the Pioneer League at some scores. There are definitely some scores, including in Rocky Mountain and Colorado Springs. 7-0 vibes over the Jackalopes in the top of the 4th. Lynch, the batter. RBI single and a double his last 2 times to dish. He's 2 for 3 today with a strikeout. And he hits one sharply to first. Almanza to second for 1. The return throw is in time. 3-6-3, twin killing. The second double play turned by the Ballers in 3 frames. And there are 2 away. Lavari goes to third on the play.
That was really well done. I mean, Almanza had no hesitation there to throw to second, and then Cobb, perfect throw back to him.
Lavari, though, an important insurance run is at third for Gabe Howell. 2 outs in the inning with a runner on third. Howell is 2 for 3 today. And Glacier leads 6-5 in the top of the 7th. Chewy trying to put up a 0 here. His pitch is on the outside corner. Nope, just off. Called a ball. 1-0. Also, score update from Great Falls. Boise leads 2-1, bottom of the 5th. Ogden, Idaho Falls, still early there, 2 on Chuckers. That drops in for a strike. Good breaking ball from Chewy, 1-1. And no score from any of the other games today. Boise and Great Falls, by the way, playing a double dip because of the postponement yesterday. 1-1. Howell pops up. Almanza backs up into the outfield and makes the one-handed catch. 2 on, none out. And Glacier still can't take advantage of the error by Harris. A double play and a pop-out as Almanza records a couple putouts in that inning, including helping turn the double play. 1 hit, 1 error, but no runs, and just 1 left for Glacier in the top of the 7th. Time to stretch. 6-5 Range Riders over the Ballers on 8:60 a.m. The Answer. Bottom of the 7th arrives here in West Oakland, and the Ballers trail 6-5, facing Luke Cooper, who is pitching for the 2nd inning. He will face 2 and 3 in this inning, and is unlikely to face Danny Harris, in my opinion, but we shall see. The lefty Cooper first faces the righty Bugs. The 2-hitter today for Oakland. And the first pitch to Bugs is high and away for ball 1, an appeal to first, and he did not go, says Ricardo Rodriguez. I would not expect Cooper to face Danny Harris in this inning, who has already done some damage today. Bugs takes low, 2-0.
On the bench for Oakland are Tatum, Pierce, and Monteith, all righties.
Well, they're not going to hit for Druick. Pitch on the outside corner, 2-1 on Bugs.
Someone's going to have to hit for Chewy, though.
That is true, and that's good to have a few guys on the bench unused today. 2-1. Bugs cuts and misses at the high cheese. 2-2, and Bugsy's 6-game hit streak is not on the line yet, but could very well be at some point. 2-2 pitch. Bugs takes low, 3-2. Of course, he's not worried about the hit streak right now. He just wants to find a way on for his team. He represents the tying run. 6-5, Ballers trail, bottom of the 7th. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice changeup there for out number 1 as Bugs goes down hacking. Second strikeout for Cooper. That is just the 9th strikeout for the Ballers today, not yet at double figures. And Davis Druick is next. He's hoping to put a charge into 1 and tie this ball game. He has 2 singles today. Lefty-lefty battle. First is high and tight, not even close. 1-0. Druick has 10 extra base hits this season in 11 games against Glacier. He takes high, 2-0. The reason I don't think he will face Harris, Luke Cooper, is because
Well, one, there's a righty warming. And two, one other reason. Druick takes outside 3-0. It's because Danny Harris had a game-tying triple against this Luke Cooper back on June 4th. And I don't think that matchup will bode well this time. Druick takes inside. That's ball 4 on 4 pitches. And I expect Todd Prout to exit his dugout now for Glacier. No one yet. Are we going to get a rematch? Perhaps. Still no one out. Danny Harris at the plate on an 11-game hit streak. 6 multi-hit games in that span. Already has 2 knocks today, but struck out his last time. Now faces the lefty, Luke Cooper. First toss is swung on and hit into right field. Clarkson charging, makes the catch. It broke his bat, I think, Danny Harris, and he flew out to right field for out number 2. Well, Christian Almanza, a lefty, you would assume Cooper stays in for him, and that does seem to be the case. After Harris flies out to right field, there's 2 outs in the inning. Bottom of the 7th, Almanza had a go-ahead homer last at bat, a 3-run shot to center. This time he takes a breaking ball on the outside corner, 0-1. Ballers trail 6-5. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs, runner on first is Druick after his 4-pitch walk. 0-1 from Cooper. Almanza swings and misses at the breaking ball, 0-2. Almanza's home run 417 feet to center field, a high arcing shot over the batter's eye to put the Ballers up 5-3 at the time, but then a 3-run inning for Glacier in the 6th has them in front by 1. 0-2. Almanza takes in the dirt, 1-2. Almanza's homer, the longest we've seen this season at Raimondi. Druick gets his lead at first. Cooper, the lefty, against the lefty Almanza. Pitch, hits him. It got him, just clipped him. And Druick goes to second. 2 free passes brings up Cam Buford and could spell the end of the day now for the lefty and Cooper. It doesn't feel like he's being pulled, though.
I don't think the righty's warm.
And instead, Cooper has to face a righty in Cam Buford, who is, I will say, 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. And very due. First pitch swinging, rolls it softly to short. Backhand booted. No play. The ball is dropped by Howell. It's an infield hit for Buford. And that'll bring up Lou Helmick with the bases juiced. An infield hit for Cam Buford as Howell had a soft ground ball hit his way to his backhand side but could not make the play. Brings up Lou Helmick. No, it brings up Pat Monteith. Interesting. Okay. Helmick removed, Monteith in. Helmick, I think, this actually makes a lot of sense, Tyler. Lou has not looked great today. 2 strikeouts, and Helmick, a righty, in to face a lefty, theoretically, in Cooper.
And if there's one guy who knows how to take a pinch hit at bat, it's this man.
Yeah. Pat Monteith pinch hits with the bases loaded in a 6-5 game. Facing a lefty in Cooper. Monteith in this series has just had 3 at-bats, but did hit a double very sharply to left field on Tuesday.
I would expect Lou to re-enter, but we'll see.
Bases juiced for the Ballers, trailing by 1 in the 7th. Monteith, first pitch swinging, fouls it off to the right side, 0-1. He was late on the fastball. Monteith, Tyler mentioned it, as a pinch hitter this year, 6 for 12 with a triple and a homer. Cooper working quickly. Monteith takes a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-2. Don't think he liked the call, but it did just catch the low inside corner. And Cooper is a strike away from getting Glacier out of the jam. He's going fast. He's still got 10 on the timer, and he works from the windup. His pitch to Monteith is too tight. Ball 1. That was close to hitting him.
I'm slightly surprised he went back to the fastball there.
Went 91 and missed high and in. Druick at third. Almanza at second. Both reached on free passes. Bases loaded. Pitch is bounced to short. Howell can flip it to second for the easy play, and does for out number 3. Fielder's choice ends the inning. Monteith, the pinch hitter, cannot get it done. We go to the 8th. Ballers still chasing 1. It's 6-5 Glacier over Oakland as we go to the 8th on 860 AM The Answer. New arm for Oakland, new voice on the mic. Tyler Peterson will take you the rest of the way as Glacier leads Oakland 6-5 here in the 8th.
I am that arm. Thank you very much. It's 6-5. Manzo, Mendoza, and Clarkson to face the voice of James Collier. Collier, a 5.84 ERA, 1-0 record, 10 appearances. He has struck out 17 in 12 1/3 innings. He's only walked 7. Opponents hitting .277 against him. He replaces Connor Richardson.
Richardson goes 2 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed, no walks, and no strikeouts. Not Chewy's best day, but technically he puts up a 0 or 2 zeros in his 2 innings of work. And he had a tough task on his hand, really, getting out of that 6th inning when there were none out and a runner on second. That run did score the go-ahead run in the 6th.
So Collier to face Manzo, Mendoza, and Clarkson. It's going to be a tight finish. It's a weird vibe in the air. It's a big crowd, but it's not the loudest crowd of the week, I would say. We've had some really good crowds this week, and this is the largest at 3,250. And they want something to cheer in these final 2 innings. Ballers trail by 1, and they'll need Collier to put up a 0. Collier set at the belt. And the first pitch on its way to Manzo. He swings and misses on the fastball up and in. It's 0-1. There will be a home run derby after the conclusion of this game. The second week of Ballers will participate in the Saturday night home run derby. The 0-1 pitch is swung on a miss, 90 top of the zone. It's 0-2. Coming up will be Lozano, Collier, and Cobb. Those are the 3 in the batting order next inning. So that's probably Lozano, Pierce, and Cobb. The next pitch is high. If it's against Cooper, then it's 3 righties against Cooper. Down to his crouch. Now he springs up. He is set. It's a 1-2 to Manzo. Collier throws, and it's outside. A slider, 2-2.
I wouldn't normally expect Cooper to come back out for another inning, but nobody's throwing in that Glacier pen. They might already be kind of warm out there, though.
The righty might be ready. 2-2 on its way to Manzo. He swings and misses on the high inside fastball. First strikeout for Collier. And there's 1 gone in the 8th. I mean, they have a couple to choose from. Franks is available. Pratt is available. Noah Owen is even available. I don't know if he's going to start tomorrow or not, if it's Bothwell.
Yeah, I think it'll be Bothwell, so they could throw Owen today, but I would expect Zegna for at least the 9th, if not the 8th.
So some really good options for Glacier in the 8th and the 9th today. First pitch is high, and righty gets back up on the bump. Mendoza at the dish. There's 1 out here in the 8th. And it is going to be Zegna for the 8th, at least the 8th. The 1-0. Breaking ball. That drops to the bottom of the zone for a strike. Collier is set. The 1-1 on its way is outside. No, called a strike. Actually, I've just thought of something. Pierce can bat for Collier, and Collier can still re-enter for the 9th. Because Aaron Miles has not used his re-entry rule hitter. He's thinking 7 steps ahead of me, if that's where he wants to go anyway.
Hey, credit to you for even thinking of that.
1-2. Collier set again, trying to put away Mendoza. The slide kick, the pitch, it swung on and missed. 90 on the inside, and Mendoza is gone. 2 strikeouts for Collier, and that'll bring up the extremely dangerous, lock him away up for life, TJ Clarkson.
Yeah, if Collier keeps pitching like this, if he can get Clarkson, he will absolutely get the 9th. I mean, this is one of the best starts we've seen so far from Collier.
A 6-5 game in the top of the 8th. Ballers trailing by a run. Collier's first pitch to Clarkson is a ground ball toward Almanza, but foul. The off-speed pitch from Collier, it's 0-1. Again, the newest baller, Ryan Pierce, the starting third baseman for St. Mary's College last 2 years. He and Tatum are the lone positional players left on the bench. Cobb is into this game. So is Monteith. Stepping back into the box is Clarkson. The foul ball is now removed from the field. It's an 0-1. Collier set. Lozano holding up the glove, setting the target, and the 0-1 pitch is a fastball at the bottom of the zone for strike 2.
That first one, that foul ball, that was the same pitch actually that Milliken used, that changeup down the middle, honestly, to get Clarkson out the first time. Let's see if Collier goes back to the change piece here.
It's an 0-2 to TJ Clarkson. The pitch is swung on and missed. It was the fastball. It was off the plate, and James Collier strikes out the side. To the 8th we go. Lozano, someone else, and then Tremaine Cobb to face Nick Zegna when we come back on 860 AM, The Answer. Bottom of the 8th, Ballers trailing by 1 run. It's 6-5. I'm Tyler Peterson with Nevada Cullen. Nick Zegna pitched the 7th on Tuesday. Did not give up a run. Did allow a hit, struck out a batter. The lone hit was to Daryl Buggs in that particular contest. He'll face Tyler Lozano and then Ryan Pierce, who will be making his professional debut as a pinch hitter in the 8th inning, will be on deck.
Cooper gives up 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts, pitching a scoreless 6th, followed by a scoreless 7th, in which he left the bases loaded.
Here is Lozano. He doubled in his last at bat. He has 2 hits today. The first pitch is down low. Ballers trail by a run. Zegna from the stretch. The breaking ball dips in. The 1-1 from Zegna. Here it comes. Lozano takes a fastball inside. Lozano waits. It's a 2-1. Lozano up the middle, a little pop fly. It's going to be past the glove of Beard, and it's into center field. I don't know. It was a little pop-up. Beard totally misplayed it. That has got to be an error. I do not think Lozano deserves a hit out of that batted ball.
I mean, I might fight you on that one, Tyler. Do you think he makes the play if he waits back?
I think he throws out Lozano if he waits back. I think in ordinary effort, that play is made. Ordinary effort, that play is made. Does Sam agree? Yes, he does. Okay,
right.
Well, Sam has the final say today.
I'm too soft on people.
Here is Pierce. Ryan Pierce, his pro debut as a pinch hitter. First pitch is swung on and fouled away. Just finished his career at St. Mary's. They beat Oregon State in their first ever NCAA regional win.
Yep, and he drove in the first run of that game with an RBI single.
This is his pro debut. The 0-1. He takes a fastball inside. It's 1-1. Pierce had 2 big years at St. Mary's, and he absolutely destroyed the ball at Los Medanos before that. The 1-1 on its way. Zegna to the plate. Pierce grounds it toward third. High backhand. It's past the backhand of Manzo. It's down the line. It's the first pro hit for Pierce, and now Lozano is being sent around. He will score, and it's an RBI double for Ryan Pierce. This game is tied in the 6th. That ball hit off one of the poles on the chain link fence down left field line and hit back toward the infield. And the left fielder, Lavari, had to sprint after it when he thought he could wait for that ball to come back to him.
It's a fluky play, but there's nothing fluky about Ryan Pierce. His first pro hit ties the game in the 8th. What a big moment for Ryan Pierce. Have a debut.
And now, are we going to get a Zach St. Pierre pinch run? I think we might get Zach St. Pierre to pinch run for Pierce.
Come on, Zach. Yep. He's getting the helmet.
The Ballers' most used pinch runner last season, Zach St. Pierre. No one had more pinch running opportunities than St. Pierre last year. He will run for Pierce. Aaron Miles is using both of his replacement players here in this situation. So Leahy, Richardson, Collier, Pierce, and St. Pierre have all been in the 9th slot at some point. Wow. Cobb, still no one out in the 8th. A wild start to this inning. St. Pierre in a crouch at second base. First pitch to Cobb is a breaking ball inside for ball 1. Ballers have all 3 challenges. Glacier has 2 left. Pierce went right down the line, and the high backhand from Manzo just could not get the ball down. The 1-0. Cobb swings and misses over a slider. But they have tied the game, and it will not be Collier for the 9th inning.
No, it's going to be Sully.
It is going to be Sully. Will he pitch with a lead? Cobb takes a fastball right down the pipe for strike 1. It is a blown save for Nick Zegna.
That's rough. That is rough. His second baseman, Beard, did not bail him out at all.
It is an unearned run. The 1-2 on its way to Cobb. He swings and misses much too late. And it's a strikeout for Cobb in his first at-bat, or his second at-bat today, excuse me. For Zegna, it's his first strikeout. It's an unproductive out as well, and St. Pierre remains at second base.
Yep, had to move him over. Instead, it's up to Bugsy. Now his 6-game hit streak on the line. Now he wants that hit, not for his own selfish gain, but to put the Ballers ahead.
And he was the one that got the hit off of Zegna on Tuesday. The first pitch slider is down low. Bugs struck out at 3 straight breaking balls in the 7th inning, went after all of them. 1-0 to Bugs. Walked in the fifth and scored, otherwise 0 for 3. Zegna throws, and the swing and a miss at that slider. That had some really good break on it, and even though Darrell waited back, he could not get to that pitch.
Yeah, it was in the zone, but because it's got almost 2 feet of break to it, he's got no chance to hit it.
Richardson will still warm. A pitch to Darrell Buggs is a half, so he gets away from Mendoza. It's back to the screen, and St. Pierre goes to third. We have seen in this series just an unbelievable amount of wild pitches that have mattered.
Yeah.
When Glacier has been on the mound. Sometimes you get a wild pitch here and there. The infield is going to come in on Darrell Buggs. It's a 2-1 count. St. Pierre will run from third. He's had some good swings in these kind of situations, has Buggs. He takes a fastball up and in. It's 3-1. They would not hate a walk in this situation, Glacier, although Buggs has a lot of speed. Zegna is set. The 3-1. Here it comes to Buggs. He takes a strike on the inside. It's 3-2.
That was a generous call there on 3-1. I looked in.
It was now a full count to Buggs. Zegna throws. Buggsy swings and misses. Way over the top of the curveball, and Zegna gets a huge second strikeout. 3 Ks for Buggs. Now Davis Druick. Will they show 4 fingers and go to Danny Harris?
I think you have to. I can't imagine. They're at least going to pitch around Druick here. There's no reason to pitch
There it
to him.
is.
Yep.
They're going to go after the guy who has 2 hits today. A strikeout and a flyout in Harris. Now, the strikeout to Harris was on breaking balls. And so now, that at least for Glacier as well, puts a force at second base on a close play up the middle. It's going to be up to Danny, who, as you said, has really had the clutch gene as of late. St. Pierre at third, Druick at first. A tie ball game at 6 in the bottom of the 8th. Zegna's first pitch to Harris. Here it comes. He takes a fastball down and in. A challenge from Zegna.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
It's confirmed a ball, and again, the success rate on pitchers.
Yeah, pitchers
challenging.
Pitchers are very much worse than catchers at challenging. Catchers just they catch every pitch. They know the zone. You got to leave it to Angel Mendoza. He's one of the best defensive catchers in the league.
Well, Mendoza will now walk out in front of home plate and set the defense. The 1-0 to Harris. Pitch on its way. Danny takes low, 2-0. On deck is Almanza. This is Zegna's inning, the 8th. Both runners take this small lead from first and third. Danny ready. The 2-0. He will take the ball in the dirt. Here comes St. Pierre. He stops. He goes back. Now the ball is thrown away, and St. Pierre is safe at third. Whoa. Hesitation on a couple fronts there, and almost a collision as well between St. Pierre and Manzo.
You don't blame St. Pierre, though. I know that there was so much chaos on that play, but it really didn't get far away from Mendoza. St. Pierre, though, could have had a quicker read.
3-0 to Harris. He does not have to swing here. The 3-0 on its way. Harris takes inside. It's ball 4. The bases are loaded for Oakland.
Not exactly who Zegna wants to face right here.
Almanza. They're loaded. Set is Zegna. The first pitch to Almanza. He takes a fastball. A called strike on the outside corner. St. Pierre at third. Druick at second. Harris at first. Almanza a 3-run home run in the 5th. Zegna's 0-1 to Almanza on the way. It is a fastball high and outside. One challenge remaining for Glacier. A 1-1 count to Almanza. Sullivan is well warm in the Oakland bullpen. Will it be a 6-6 game in the ninth, or will Oakland have the lead? Zegna to the plate. The 1-1. Almanza swings and misses. A challenge fastball at 93, and Zegna gets him to swing right through it. One and two. Zegna set. And the pitch. Swung on and hit into center field. It's a base hit. St. Pierre will score. Druick will score. The ball is booted. They're going to hold Harris, and Almanza is into second on a single and an error. It's 2 RBI. Another huge hit for the man who leads this team in runs batted in, and Oakland leads 8-6 in the eighth.
Have a game. Christian Almanza, 5 RBI, and the go-ahead hit in the eighth. And the Ballers are just 3 outs away now from a series victory here in Oakland.
Cam Buford now. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. The first pitch, Buford swings and fouls it away. Need to see a replay of that play to know if the error was on the center fielder or the right fielder. Somebody booted that ball. I could not tell. The 0-1. Buford swings and fouls it away. Center fielder who made the error? Yes, it's an E8. Okay. That allows Almanza to get to second. The 0-2, Buford takes in the dirt. 8-6 Oakland. It's a 3-spot in the eighth. All 3 runs are unearned. It's hard to fault Zegna, who was allowed just 2 hits. The 1-2. Breaking ball hit to third, and it gets past Manzo. It went right past him, and this will score 2. It's going to be an error, an E5, but 2 more come home in a 5-run inning.
Unbelievable. I mean, Glacier's defense has been much better all game, and then all of a sudden, Buford bounces one to third. Not only does it eat up Manzo, but you see in left field, Lavari whiffed on the baseball. So it's like the ball has some sort of like disease that it's carrying.
Angels in the outfield.
Spreading from player to player, and it very much is Angels in the outfield-esque right now for Glacier. Now Monteith will bat again.
Here's Pat Monteith. It will get his second at-bat. Wow. What a wild inning. Pitch to Monteith is a strike. Pierce brought in the first man with the RBI double. And 2 were brought in by Almanza, and then 2 more on the booted ball off the bat of Buford. There's a strike as well, 0-2. Pat waves the bat. Buford leads from second. Zegna throws, and Monteith takes low. 10-6 Oakland after a 5-run inning, all 5 unearned.
You know what, Tyler? I'm glad it didn't turn out to be a normal baseball game. This has been much more fun.
You had both the jinx and the reverse jinx going at different times of this ball game. 1-2 to Monteith. Takes in the dirt again.
Well, this inning started with the error. Have all 3 errors? Yeah, all 3 errors have been in this inning, committed by Glacier.
Yep. E4, E8, E5. All 5 runs unearned. Pitch to Monteith. He swings and misses. And that will end the inning. Oakland takes the lead. 10-6 as we go to the 9th on 860 AM. The Answer. Connor Sullivan on the mound. He entered last night's game in a 10-6 ball game. He enters tonight in a 10-6 ball game as well. He will bat 9th if we go to the bottom of the 9th. But for now, Sully is on the mound looking to close this one out. A 1.20 ERA, a 14th appearance for him. He has 7 saves on the year. Last night against Glacier, he went 1-2-3-4. The only blemish was a lone walk, and that means, Nevada, that James Collier is in line for a victory.
And, you know how sometimes people vulture wins? Not in this case, because James Collier goes an inning, does not allow a hit, does not allow a run or a walk, and strikes out the side in a 1-2-3 8th inning, including a strikeout of TJ Clarkson, which I didn't even know was possible.
The question is, things got weird. Will they stay weird, or will they revert back to a sense of normalcy? Here is Beard. The first pitch from Sullivan to Beard is a fastball fouled away. Well, for as much as you want to talk about how poorly the defense was played by Glacier, what big hits by Oakland. Pierce in his first pro at bat, an RBI double. Almanza, 2-out RBI single to give the Ballers the lead. Those are huge hits.
Yep.
Now a fastball at the bottom of the zone for a called strike 2.
Personally, I'm just happy for Zach St. Pierre because he definitely could have scored on that one wild pitch and stayed at third, and now he doesn't have to worry about it.
It's an 0-2 to Logan Beard. He struck out twice today. He's 1 for 4 with a single. The pitch on its way is a fastball high, and Tilo wants to challenge. Is that strike 3? Let's see. It is strike 3 to Logan Beard, and he has gone for the 3rd time today. 1 out in the 9th. For Oakland, that is their 9th strikeout as a pitching staff today. I'd like to apologize for any of the fans who are trying to watch on our Flow stream. It appears it will be back up momentarily. The first pitch to Casarella, who is 0 for 4 today, is a slider taken for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Casarella swings and misses. There still will be a home run derby after today's game. That has nothing to do with the knockout round. That's part of the in-season tournament. The 0-2 on its way to Casarella. He swings and misses wildly. Strike 3. 2 outs in the 9th. 10 strikeouts for Oakland pitching today.
Chef's kiss on that slider from Sully. Just faded away from the right-handed Casarella, and the Slim Reaper is 1 out away from locking this one down.
Last chance to get the Beer batter to strike out. It's Lavari, who's been on base 4 times. The first pitch to Lavari is a fastball for strike 1. 2 pitches away from Beer that you can no longer have, excuse me. He's been excellent today, Lavari, though. What a great day he has had. The next pitch is down low. A single in the second, a double in the fourth. He scored. A single in the sixth, and he also scored on that. He has led off all 4 times he's been up to the plate. The pitch, a little bit off the plate. Say, if not for the fact that TJ Clarkson seems to be the best leadoff hitter in all of Pioneer League, I would say put Lavari at the top of the lineup because right now he knows how to lead off an inning. The 2-1 pitch, Lavari swings and fouls it back. It's 2-2, which means the Ballers are 1 out away from picking up their 20th win in 29 games to begin the season.
They'll be the first in the Pioneer League to reach that 2-0.
You'd like to think Aaron Miles can just turn to Jimmy Diedrich and shake his hand after the next pitch. We'll see. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed, and that is the final out at 7:12 p.m.
Silly strikes out the side in the 9th. Yeah, just reliable in the bullpen. That's a season high. He had not struck out the side previously this season. It was only a matter of time. Silly had everything working, and the Ballers with a huge 5-run 8th. Again, it's the crooked numbers on back-to-back days that result in consecutive 10-6 wins. That's now 4 wins in the series for Oakland. They've won 2 6-5 and 2 10-6.
We will not have a Ballers postgame show after this because we're going to have a home run derby. So fans should stick around for the home run derby following right after this game. But we will have a interview down on the field, I do believe. Casey Pratt is going to grab Christian Almanza. And we will send it down to the field. We will take a short break, though, after this interview.
But not yet.
But not yet. All right. It looks like Kara is ready. All right, stand by. And Kara, go.
Thanks, Tyler. I'm down here with Christian Almanza. What a game today. Huge home run in the 5th inning, and then the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th. What was working for you tonight?
Just trying to keep it simple, do my job, and when there's runners on, try to let them score.
That home run, I believe, went over the fence in center. Any idea how far that was?
I don't know, maybe 430 plus, maybe, who knows, but it's a good win.
Good looking home run for sure. This game was a good one. A little back and forth. You guys kept catching up. What was clicking for you guys in the 8th inning? Did you guys have a little chat in the dugout, like, let's do this now?
Yeah, I think just kind of all game, just us feeding off each other. Pitchers throwing strikes, infielders doing their job, hitters coming up clutching when it matters most. So that's really it.
I like to think it's because I talked to your mom on camera earlier in the game. That gave you a little extra boost.
Yeah, it's even better that she's here. Love you, Mom.
Nice to have family in the stands. Well, thank you so much. Great game today, Christian. Go celebrate. And fans, stick around. We've got the home run derby coming up next. Tyler, back up to you.
Thanks, Kara. We'll take a quick break. Ballers win 10-6 home run derby after this on 860 AM. The Answer. Yeah, I'll take a 2-minute. Welcome back to Oakland Baseball here on 860 AM The Answer. As we get ready for this home run derby, let's run through some final stats for this contest we just watched for Oakland, the one that actually counts. It's 6 runs on 12 hits and 3 errors for the Glacier Range Riders, 10 runs on 13 hits, on 12 hits and 3 errors for the Oakland Ballers. The win goes to James Collier, who goes 1 inning in the 8th, strikes out all 3. He is now 2-0. Nick Zegna takes the loss. It's 5 unearned runs on his line when he takes the loss. No save in the game. Time of the game, 2 hours and 40, what do you got, Nevada, 44 minutes there?
36.
That's 2 hours and 36 minutes there. Yeah, because that's 24 difference. You go 60 minus 24, you get to 236. All right. I got you. 71 degrees at first pitch. You don't need to know that, but in front of 3,250 fans. So last week in the first knockout round for the Glacier Range Riders, Xavier Casarella had 11 home runs. Efren Manzo had 7.
13 for Casarella, according to the Pioneer League website. Is that incorrect?
13 home runs for Casarella, or 11? Scott Gladstone told me 11, but he might have had 13.
We'll have to confirm that. Anyways.
All right.
Just keep
well,
going.
Manzo had 7. This is what I've got.
That's
All
right.
Which is as many as
Oh,
Tremaine
you know
Cobb
what?
Jr. had.
Casarella had 11 plus 2 in the swing-off.
Ah.
So he's up to 13. So swing-off
Okay.
actually helps a player technically to gain more if they want to become the ultimate home run derby champion at the end of the season.
And take home a nice little cash prize as well.
That's right.
All right, so we are waiting on the official start of this. The umpire is still talking with Todd Pratt and Aaron Miles.
I was there for the Ballers.
Tell us all about it.
And they had Trey Cobb go first. He hit Cam Buford hit 6. And then Ogden's Chris Sargent hit 4, so the Ballers won round 1. Trey Cobb hit the bar high with 7. And then it was, who was it for Ogden? I'm losing it now. Let me look it up.
It was Stancato, was it not?
It was Kyler Stancato, thank you. 6 home runs. Went on a crazy run. We thought he had tied it to force a swing off. Instead, he only hit 6 home runs, and so Cobb won. The Ballers won both of their matchups to win that home run derby. But, again, Casarella had 11 in his round, and so it could be a taller task today for the Ballers.
Looks like Manzo has a bat, and he is going to swing first. It's certainly going to be Glacier throwing first. That looks like, is that Glendon Rush out there on the mound about to toss out?
Him.
Each batter will get 2 minutes. They'll have 1 timeout in which the clock will stop. They'll have a 30-second clock as we're still trying to get the ground rules going on this. We have the L screen properly measured. So it's like Manzo is going to bat first. We're still waiting. I think both umpires looking at their scorecards for some. I don't think it was this difficult.
Home runs in the regular season don't really matter for the home run derby. So what you need to know about Efren Manzo is he's been here before. We told you he lost his matchup by hitting just 7 home runs. However, that was without a timeout. Manzo now knows you can use a timeout in this home run derby. Also, he lost a knockout round to Yolo or Yuba Sutter, and the High Wheelers, Cooper Bass hit 3. He only hit 2. So this is going to be Manzo's 3rd time doing any sort of home run competition this year.
All right, so Todd Pratt still is having a discussion with Aaron Miles and the umpires. The golden ball, there is a switch this year. The golden ball will not be thrown out until after the expiration of the 2-minute clock. That's the only change from the first week. I think they're making it a little bit more difficult than it has to be down there. Just throw some balls at a hitter and let him swing.
Oh. Really delaying the inevitable here, which is going to be, by inevitable, I mean really good home run derby.
It's almost as if this had an actual game function.
Hold on. Who's warming up for the... No, this is
It's James
That's
Harris with
okay.
Dante, the bullpen catcher.
Okay. Yeah, James Harris has got to be one of the better home run derby throwers in the league. We'll see about
I think having a lefty, honestly, is a bit of advantage for Glacier and Glendon Rush, the former MLB vet, 13 years in the league.
Now, as a former pitcher, you never wanted to throw the ball right down the middle and give up home runs. So maybe he's going to try to throw around a couple hitters here. All right. So we are just about ready to go. Glendon Rush is going to get his 8 warm-up tosses, which if it is the same as a knockout round would be how many he would get. And Nevada, you have the first round matchup, my friend.
All right. I need to get a piece of paper, unless you have it, to count.
I'll get you one. I've got one as well.
I guess I could do it digitally. Actually,
you should have a little clicker. That's what you should have.
Clicker, that would be nice. So we're going to start with Efren Manzo, who is a right-handed hitter, and Michael O'Hara's old teammate at Santa Clara. Be ready, folks, because this kind of thing goes fast. There's really no guideline for these hitters to when they don't have to let the ball land before they swing at the next one. So we're going to be watching home run after home run after home run, swing after swing after swing. Manzo first, 7 homers in his first ever home run derby last week in a victory for Glacier. And we are underway. He swings and launches one high to left. This one won't have the distance. He swings again and crushes. Watch the umpire. Joe Shields not looking. Is that ball fair? I have no idea. It's foul. Okay, thank you. He has not hit one yet. There's a check swing. 145 left. Manzo has no home runs in the derby. 142, the pitch is swung on, belted. Left field, this is gone. A home run. He's at 1. Now he flies one to right field. Not even close. Next pitch is popped up to the left side. Slow start for Manzo, and he calls an early timeout. An early timeout for Manzo. I believe there was about 1:30 on that clock. And so Manzo, with just 1 home run, has called timeout. Again, Tyler did not call a timeout last time.
Yep. He's only got the 1 right now, but he's got 90 seconds left to play with.
Cam Buford will face him as Buford watches some pitches from James Harris in the meantime before he watches Manzo. He's got that mullet going with the dark-colored hair. You don't really get to see players' haircuts much in this in baseball.
Yep.
But minus the helmet plus the batting gloves, Manzo swings and jacks one left center field. This should be gone. Next pitch, he swings and lines it, and that pitch is indeed gone. There's 2 homers for Manzo. Now a line drive with 1:18 left. It is short. 1 hops the wall. 1:15, Manzo swings and pops it up on the infield. No one will catch it. No one will need to. It'll land harmlessly. 1:10 to go in the home run derby. Sends one to straightaway center field this time. Does it have the distance? Not sure. This one does have the distance to left field. The previous one did not. So he's at 3 home runs, Efren Manzo. Now he flies one to right field. This one's short. Manzo swings and crushes a moonshot. Left field, is it fair? That's the question. As he hits one to left center field. We're watching both of those. Another one, line drive. The one in left center field went. He's at 4 home runs, Efren Manzo. That first ball we were tracking did not go, or actually it went foul. 37 seconds left. This is a line drive short of the wall. Manzo swings with 32 seconds left and pops it up. Manzo with 4 homers. This is not enough. He needs more. He pops it up again right side. 25 left. Cam Buford's mouth is drooling right now as Manzo has only hit 4 homers with 20 seconds left. That one's blasted well foul. The next is crushed to left field. This one is his farthest one yet, and he's got 5. Next, a pop-up, though, for Manzo, and he's stuck at 5. Manzo to left center field. This is short. 6 seconds left. Still got that gold ball in the back pocket. Tries to go oppo here. Tyler tracked that one for me as Manzo crushes to left and beats the clock. He finishes with 6 and gets 1 gold ball to push his total to 8. He should take his time here. Now, do you have to swing at the gold ball, Tyler?
Yeah, you have to swing. It's 1 pitch.
1 pitch. It counts as 2 homers if you get it. Manzo swings and hits it right back into the screen. He'll finish with 6, and the stage is set for Trey Cobb.
So it's going to be Cam Buford.
Sorry, Cam Buford, thank you.
6 for Manzo, and the thing for Cam, he has to remember, he doesn't stop swinging if he gets 7. He has to swing and keep swinging past the amount he needs to get.
That is an interesting dynamic, and one that the Ballers did not encounter in Ogden because they want first. So Buford needs to hit at least 6 to tie, 7 to win, and more than that if he wants to have a shot at winning the
solo home run derby title at the end of the year, because we've seen some big numbers put up, Tyler, and his 6 from last time, not going to cut it in terms of being the individual champion.
No, quite a few guys actually got double digits, I think 3 or 4.
So it's 6 for Efren Manzo. It brings up Cam Buford, who is the king of home runs in Grambling State history. But Buford only had 1 hit today. So let's see if he can hit a few homers here. Cam Buford in the home run derby this year has hit 6 home runs. He won his only matchup at Ogden. He had a knockout round where he hit 5, which was a lot in a knockout round. And we're underway. Cam Buford takes the first pitch. Let's go. James Harris throwing to him. Buford takes inside. He hasn't swung yet. Now Buford swings and hits a laser towards the left center field wall. This will one-hop the wall. Buford swings and floats one towards center field. Track that one for me, Tyler. Don't think it'll go. This one might. Left center field. Buford has 1 home run. Now he swings. Hits it to left field. That's 2 bombs. Buford swings and hits a ground ball. That's 2 home runs for Cam Buford. And his next swing is popped up. 1:30 left for Cam. He's at 2 home runs. There we go. Scoreboard has changed. 1:25 left on the clock. Buford swings, and that was a pretty lazy swing there. It's just a line drive. Now Buford just hits a line drive on the infield left side. That's not a home run. 1:15 left. He takes a pitch. Buford really saving the energy, takes inside. 1:10 to go. Can Buford start getting him here? No, he pops that one up. 1:06 to go. He needs 4 more homers to tie Manzo. Buford with a lazy swing and lofts it to left center. Not going to do it. This one is harder hit to center field, but still won't have the distance. Buford swings and crushes a moonshot to left center. This one has little doubt. And Buford hits another one to left center field. This one looks short, though. He's got 3. Buford deep to left field. Track that one for me, Tyler. With 44 seconds left, he swings and pops one up. He's still just got 3 home runs. And that one that Tyler was tracking did not go. 37 seconds left for Cam. Swings and hits one weakly. He calls timeout with 34 seconds left. That's not a lot of time, Tyler, to hit 3 home runs.
No, it's not. It also went rather quickly for Cam in Glacier when he had his 5 home runs in the knockout round, so he can do it.
Yes, that is true. And remember, he technically only needs 1 in the last 34 seconds to have even a chance of tying and forces the swing off because of that golden ball. That's a lot of pressure to put on one pitch.
True, yep.
So let's see how this last 34 seconds goes. Buford with a sluggish start, to be fair, in this home run derby. This is not quite as entertaining so far as the one in Ogden. Buford's being a bit more chill. There's not as much, I guess, excitement about it being his 2nd home run derby. But let's see if he turns it up a notch here. His first swing is jacked to left center field. No doubt he's got 4. Next swing, power to left. That's 5. Next is crushed to left. He ties it with 6. Buford swings. That's 4 in a row. He wins it, but he has to keep going. 7 home runs for Buford. Line drive. He's won it with 7. 10 seconds left. Buford to left. He's got 8. What a run with Cam Buford. Up to 8 home runs. A towering fly to left field. He hits another. The first one is gone. The second one, I'm not sure. I don't know where that ball went.
11.
And the timer is done. What do you got for me, Tyler?
I think I've got 11.
Next swing.
Nope.
Golden ball is
That's
taken.
That's it.
So Harris
Did I have 11?
did not throw it.
I think we had 11.
11 home runs for Cam Buford. He wins the home run derby 11-6 over Manzo. So now the pressure is on Xavier Casarella, and we turn it over to Tyler.
Well, it's up to Casarilla to beat Trey Cobb, or else there will be no swing off, and Oakland will be 2-0 in the Derby. Again, no, let's say, regular season implications here. The in-season tourney, though, a bit of fun and some money on the line for these teams and these players, and a chance for you fans, if you would like to be part of it, to enter into a chance to win a trip to the 2026 Home Run Derby in Philadelphia, which can be very exciting. I can't enter as a Ballers employee, but you can.
So that round lasted about 10 minutes, we'll call it. And now it's interesting. When you win that first knockout round, it feels like weights lifted, or sorry, home run derby round, it feels like a weight's lifted off your shoulders to some extent. It puts so much pressure on the first batter, Casarella. But Casarella hit 11 homers, just like Buford just did, in his home run derby win for Glacier. That was against Yuba Sutter, too, who has some pretty good home run hitters. Yuba Sutter, by the way, has a guy by the name of Leighton Berry who hit 10 and won his round, but ended up losing to Xavier Casarella.
Wow, you hit 10, you think you could be the winner, and you don't get it. That's pretty.
And I think he hit 10 in his round, because last I checked, Berry did not hit one in the swing-off.
All right. So Casarilla will come to the dish. The right-handed hitter, the powerful right-handed hitter, will try to take on that short left field. Glennon Rush is ready. And here comes the first pitch to Xavier Casarella. He swings, pops it up. That will not get out. The next one is swung on, line drive to center field. That one will not go. Now he swings one off the end of the bat toward left center. I don't think that has enough. That one is down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It is fair, it is gone, it's one. And now one to left field. That one also should go. That is gone. And this is popped up into center field. That's still there. That one's deep to left field. No doubt about that one. That's 3 for Casarella. Here comes a fourth. That's gone as well. 1:25 left. Casarella off the end of the bat. That could have a chance. Watch that, Nevada.
I got you.
The next one is down the line, and that one is gone.
Last one was short.
Last one was short. That's 5 for Casarella. The next one is to left field. Does it have the height on it? It does.
Yes.
6. And now one down the line. Fair or foul? It is fair. That's 7. The next one is 8. That one is off the screen. It's very quickly 8 home runs for Xavier Casarella.
Man.
That was a really fun display.
Yeah, Casarella might be an early favorite for the home run derby individual champion if he keeps hitting at this pace.
So 8 home runs for Casarella. I did not quite catch how much time was left. 58 seconds for Casarella. All right, so Casarella to stand back in. We may have a swing-off between Buford and Casarella when it's all said and done. Here we go. Casarella swings and sends that one to left field. It is gone. Make it 9. The next one, Casarella hits that one way out. 10. The next one is a drive to short. 44 seconds left. To center field, short, 40 seconds left. Now Casarella sends one out of the ballpark. That's 11. Rush to the plate, and that is foul. 31 seconds to go. Casarella the other way, short. Casarella, a high drive. That one should work. Keep an eye on that. It is
barely
just over the wall. He's got 12. Now a line drive, short. 15 seconds left. Casarella to left field. That one is going to go. That's going to be 13 and 14 right behind it. And now a line drive to left field, and that one is short. A high drive to left center. I don't know if that's going to go out. Watch that for me. I know that one will, though.
Both
it's
did.
going to be 15 and 16 for Casarella. And now here comes the golden ball. 16 home runs. One pitch. Got to swing. Here it comes. It swung on, hit the center field. It's deep. And the golden ball is out of here. Make it 18 home runs for Xavier Casarella here in the second round. Trey Cobb, start swinging, my friend.
Goodness gracious. What a demolition. That's by far the most anyone's hit in the home run derby so far this season. Well, I got to say, get ready for the swing off. If Trey Cobb beats 18, that'd be insane.
I mean, listen, it's much easier to enjoy this after a win than a loss, but
Yep.
I will say it is a lot of fun, and a good maybe quarter of the fans have stuck around for the end of this game to still watch it. All right, so Buford beats Manzo 11-6. Casarella has 18.
Cam
So-
could do it. Cam was better than Cobb could do it. Tremaine was better than Cam in Ogden. One better, but still.
All right. The jersey is untucked. The earring is glistening.
All he needs is the backwards cap to complete the look.
And now Trey Cobb is going to stand in. And are we ready to go? And here we go. Cobb swings.
I'll watch that one.
That is not going to get out. That one's to left field. Watch that one for me.
I don't know
The
what it
next
is.
pitch is in the dirt. That's gone for Cobb. That's one. The next one to Cobb. He swings, hits that down the line. That's gone. Make it 2. The next one, not good enough. 1:40 left on the clock. Cobb to center field. Watch that. I don't think it has enough. Cobb down the line. Not enough. Cobb down the line. Not enough either.
The other one was short.
1:30 for me. Cobb a high drive to left. That one should go.
I'll watch it.
The next one down the line, it is foul.
He's got 3.
He has 3 home runs. Trey's next pitch is a ball hit out to left field. That looks short, and it is short. Down the line, and that is short. To center field. This looks short. The next one, that one looks like it might go. The next one to center field, it is gone. 4 home runs for Cobb at 55 seconds left. That's a line drive, and that is short. The next one is down and away. He needs 14 more. That's a high deep drive. That one's gone. Make it 5. Now another one from Cobb. Make it 6. That's down and away. 40 seconds left. That's foul. It's 18-6. And now a high drive to left field. That one's going to go. Timeout. He has 7 home runs. 18-7.
It's not too bad. Not quite enough time to catch Casarella, I don't think. He needs to get 9.
Well, hey, 35 seconds left, and he's already hit how many he had in Ogden.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It would beat most people. He could beat most people at this stage with Casarella with 18, just a few too many.
All right, we're almost ready to restart. Now we are. Cobb takes it low. Fouls it away. 30 seconds left. And that's going to be a base hit to left and nothing more. Now a high drive to left center field. That one should go. And it is gone. 8. But not enough time left. 16 seconds left. Ground ball again. Not going to work. To center. Not going to be enough. Cobb at 8. That's down the line. That's going to go. That's 9. 5 seconds left. It's in the air. Hurry. 1 second left. And Cobb takes it low. And is this pitch going to count? Is that going to count? 10. The umpire writes 10. So the gold ball is next. And Cobb swings and hits it out of play. 10 home runs for Trey Cobb. Not bad at all. It's not going to beat Casarella's 18, though. And we are going to see Buford against Casarella in the final matchup.
So no sweep as that one wraps up. And now's where things get interesting because in a swing-off, Casarella doesn't have that same advantage that he does. And Buford, despite hitting 7 less than him, with an asterisk next to that because Casarella got the golden ball, Buford still is on an even playing field here with Casarella.
Yes. It's 3 swings, not 3 pitches. 3 swings between Buford and Casarella. So Rush will throw to Casarella. And either, well, Casarella's got a chance here to hit 20 or more in this thing.
Yeah, that'll help his chances at winning that individual crown.
All right. This has been a really good one. I looked around the league. I saw some of those high swings, and I know that Glacier was in a swing off in their last one. But
they did win it. Casarella hit 2 of 3.
All right, so Glennon Rush is going to replace the L screen as he sees fit. It's going to be just 3 balls, or 3 swings, I should say. Again, the Ballers won today by the score of 10-6. Let's not look past that. They're 20-9 and a half game up on first place for anyone else in the league.
Yep, first to 20 wins in the Pioneer League. That's got to feel good.
All right, So I don't know if Rush is going to get any warm-up pitches here, but it's just 3 swings for Casarella. It's untimed. He can choose a pitch and just decide to swing when he wants.
To save us some time, Pioneer League scores, nothing's going Oakland's way. Boise went in 12-2, Rocky Mountain 12-3, Idaho Falls 10-6, Missoula 11-3, Yuba Sutter 3-1.
Another 3 swing. All right, here we go. 3 swings for Casarella. Go ahead, Nevada.
Casarella taken. That's right. It's me now. He's got 3 swings. Can he swing here? Yes, he jacks it left field. And is it fair? It is gone. It's a home run. That's 1 home run on 1 swing. He swings back to back but lines it foul. So 1 swing, 1 out. 2 swings, 1 out, 1 home run. He takes. He's got 1 home run. He had 2 of 3 last time. Can he repeat? The righty, Casarella, already 18 points in this home run derby. He won his round to force the swing off. He swings and blasts one high to left center field. He looks away. He knows it's gone. It is gone, and the pressure is on Buford.
All right. Well, if Buford hits 2, we'll go to another 3-swing swing-off.
So Casarella with 2. Buford needs 2 to tie. 1 or fewer will give Glacier their second derby win. 3 for Buford if he somehow grabs all 3 home runs. Results in Oakland's second home run derby win.
This is, as you know, called the last blast. That is what this swing-off is known as.
In the last blast, who will blast last?
Well, we'll be maybe Buford. Well, now I'm turning to you.
There's, I think Cam and Cobb, they're not interchangeable. Buford had 11 to beat Monzo in round 1. All right, Buford has 3 swings. Here we go. He will not swing at this first one. He takes from Harris. When will he swing? Not at the second pitch. At the third, maybe. Buford swings and line drive. That won't do it. He's got to hit it on back-to-back pitches. He'd be smart to take here. He does. Remember the run he went on in Kalispell. He hit 2 back-to-back in his KO round there. As he crushes one to left, is it fair? Nope,
Whoa.
It's over. Well, that's it for the home run derby. Joe Shields had a tough call in his hands there and went in favor of Glacier.
All right.
Well,
I
was entertaining.
I kind of thought it was fair, to be quite honest. It matters little. It would, of course, be nice to win that. But Ballers today, let's talk about what really mattered in Nevada, the 10-6 victory. The Ballers opened up this series with back-to-back 6-5 wins. Now they have back-to-back 10-6 wins. It was very strange, but I can say the big hit for Oakland was the biggest contributor of today's events, and no batter more important today than Christian Almanza.
Yep. What a performance by Almanza. 3-run homer in the 5th, the go-ahead shot then gets the go-ahead 2-run single in the 8th.
We're going to wrap things up here from Oakland. We will see you tomorrow, the final game of our series. Ballers have won this series thus far. They have 4 wins through the first 5. They'll go for 1 more tomorrow. Luke Short on the hill. We'll see you at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I want to say thanks to everyone who worked on our broadcast today, Vince and Gavin and Ben and Brendan and Nevada, of course. I want to thank you all for listening. We'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock, pack time. Again, the final score today, Ballers 10 and Glacier 6. Have a good rest of your Saturday evening.